But yeah, welcome to the cosplay stream. We're attaching this to here. I should have worn the other stuff I'd already finished. Just on my body. I mean, on the camera, it does look pretty nice. Fair enough, it actually does. It looks pretty good. I don't mind the way it looks. You know what? The shiny looks fine. But contact cement, you just have to leave something going for like 20 minutes. Timer. And unless I die from the fumes of this motherfucker. Well, it says to mix it. I'm going to use this old paintbrush that is fucking obliterated because it's covered in like glue. So I can't use it anyways. Oh yes, stir the mixture. Yeah. It says to stir it. Fuck it, it's stirred. I've used it before, but like, it's been a while since I bought a new can. If you've never used contact cement before, you really just paint it on both sides and leave both to wait. You have to leave them to wait. You can't, like, it's not glue. This shit isn't glue. Which I think some people don't realize. I think when I first tried it, I didn't think I realized that. And then as I used it more and more, I was like, okay, I know what this actually does now. So you have to let it dry on both after painting it on. And then you just stick the fuckers together, and it's like magic. You're supposed to put pressure on it too, which, to be fair, I should do. I might end up, when I attach them, I might just put like a heavy book on them or something. I don't want to get it on my fingers. If I do, though, I don't mind. I breathe in more fumes than's good for me. I want to get like a good, strong layer. I don't want it to be like a small amount, so I'm going to add a bunch. Because I really want it to stick. That's how a lot of this stuff sticks together. It's using contact cement. It is called cement for a reason. It's fucking strong. Alright. That's on there. God, the quality, man. What the hell? Probably fix that, but whatever. But you have to attach it to both things you're doing. So here as well. I have the general guideline of where this is meant to be. It's a little tricky. I should have done all this stuff a while ago, but I'm good at procrastinating. Right there. And if I cover too much ground, that's better than not enough, I think. Because then I can just scrape it off later. It dries. It gets all tacky, so I think that's fine. So this part is easy, relatively. It's just, I'm very impatient. Because once I do this, I just set a timer for 20 minutes. Leave it be. It is nerve-wracking, because if you put it on wrong, then you're just fucking screwed, but, you know. There we go. Alright. So those pieces are there. I'm going to set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to set it for 17 minutes. Good medium ground. I procrastinate as well, but I got a backup costume. Fair enough. I mean, everybody does. When I didn't know if me and my dear lovely friends wanted to do a prop making night, which we never did, of course, but nobody got the ball on that. The next thing. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is Twilight Princess music. Well, technically it's Ocarina of Time music, but in Twilight Princess. Next thing. Got a heat gun. I have all these lovely tools. Cloud's Gauntlet. And if you don't know what Cloud's Gauntlet looks like, first of all, let me try to fix the camera a little bit. Ugh. Kind of like shit quality right now, and that annoys me. Actually gonna refresh. Pardon. I know it's gone. It's all gone all dark. It's scary. The darkness. Allow the camera. Back dual wide. That's not really any better. That might actually be worse. That might be the best we got for this. I do have a fan, by the way, for the fumes, so don't worry, I'm not going to pass out. So we don't know what the gauntlets look like. This is going to be tricky. Because you have to take this, use the heat gun to apply heat treatment to it. fold, take this, then use the cement, apply it like this. Do the same thing here. And you're sticking it on this edge, and that's not a lot of coverage. And then I do the same thing on the other side and have something in the middle to attach it. This side's already done because it's like a bit of plastic, but this is the part that's going to be tricky. Which means first things first, I'm going to heat treat all these. I don't know the science behind why you have to do this, but you have to do this. Fortunately, the foam can handle it. I've gotten much better at all this stuff, by the way, because at first I was doing all this stuff for my first cosplay, and I was like, this is shit. I'm really bad at this. It is really cool when you do this to foam, because you can see the foam, like the texture of it almost just change. It gets all soft and whatever. Heat shakes up and expands the molecules, making it so there's more gaps so that it's better at bonding. What I do need is like a clamp. That would be useful. I don't have one of those. And again, I'm just heat treating it so it's folded. What if I drink water? Cloud doesn't drink water. He drinks... Actually, Cloud does drink water, but he drinks like Mako-infused tap water. From his childhood. Can't believe you aren't just tack welding it. I don't know what that fucking means. I'm using liquid cement or contact cement because that's what I've been using, and it's strong and it's good. No idea what tack welding is. And other people have done this exact thing, so I know it's reasonable. The fuck all this Animal Crossing. You know, I ought to add the music. Here, where's my mouse? I've got a folder somewhere on my OBS. Did that? No, that's not the right thing. Wow, this is fucking penis music. Holy shit. There we go. You want to see the song? There we go. Perfect. I did drink water, by the way, because I could. Welding foam would be good. When you say tack welding, is that like legitimate welding? I don't know. So that's good. That'll make it a lot easier when I actually have to like... I don't even think you have to do it this much when it comes to the heat treatment. You can just do like... just fold or whatever. No, listen. If I had my way... I'm being serious. If I had my way, I would want these to be legitimate. I would want this to be made out of real leather. I would want these to be made out of metal. I want these to be real. I want them to be like real clothes, shit that I could wear. But that would be a lot more expensive to get that created. And I wouldn't be able to do it myself. If I could have it as real, actual, wearable items, then I would, but... No. I don't think I can. I'm not a fucking blacksmith for the metal parts, or a leathersmith for the leather parts. Here's the thing, I would do it. There's honestly a part of me that would be like, I could do that. Some people pay $1,000 grand for a lot of stuff. If I was much richer, though, maybe. I don't know. Cosplay is not a cheap hobby. Like, cosplay has never been a cheap hobby, even if you don't do legitimate stuff. And there's a thought that's like, you know, it might end up being not cheaper, but like, not that much more expensive, and it'll last forever. Relative, but... This one's a little funky, because it's, segmented. Tiny dabs to bond. Messy and simple. I like messy and simple. That's what I like in my sex life. I'm sorry. I apologize. God, this is fucking loud. Only cheapest cosplay like wearing clothes that vaguely look the character. And those are fine. Here's the thing. That's absolutely fine. Those are good cosplay. A lot of people do that. When I did Terry Bogard one year, it was the very basic, simple one, very cheap, and people still loved it. You don't need to do a lot for people to like enjoy it and you to enjoy it and have fun. It's about fun. And I was like, walking around MomoCon with it, and people were giving me compliments, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. This is the shittest cosplay, and I didn't have a wig, I had nothing, I just had the clothes. People were still like, you a badass, man. That was schlock. Wait, is this? Yeah, it is Mario RPG, I was gonna say. This. Sorry, I have to like... Yeah, that. I see. I get it. I got more attention than wearing Miles Morales than wearing the suit. I mean, it might be that you're more approachable when you're wearing clothes and you're not wearing a suit with like a face gone. I don't know. Maybe people are so used to seeing like Spider-Man or men that they just get used to it. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but might be less daunting. I'm gonna do these ones too already. This, however, this is gonna be the middle piece that goes around here, but I don't know. I have to measure that. I haven't done that yet. This is great. What game? This is Final Fantasy, but what game is it from? Or I guess when it originated. Is this 1, 2? I can't remember. I never beat by the way, the Final Fantasy boss in Super Mario RPG. You know, a Super Mario RPG, the original Kingdom Hearts. I was gonna say it has Final Fantasy in it, but it's not. It's a different intellectual property. The first time Square ever did a fusion of another IP and then FF. It is. I mean, it's Yoko Shimomura, who also works in Xenoblade. Yoko does a lot of cool stuff. Yoko works on a lot of good RPGs. Try the jacket for the movie. That's pretty good. Yeah, Yoko Shimomura is like everyone's lovely darling. Radiant Historia. That's right, you mentioned that. I heard Radiant Historia has Yoko Shimomura. Honestly, that's just a good checklist. Look at the games Yoko Shimomura has worked on, and you'd be like, yeah, those are good games. Truthfully. Beautiful. Ooh. This is Crypt. Yeah, Crypt and Answer. Great game. Been 7 minutes left, by the way, for this contact cement stuff. And I mean, one of them is definitely dry, the other one isn't, so I might have to go for longer for that one. You can kind of look at it and tell. Crypt is such a good game, by the way. Crypt and Necrodancer. I've been meaning to play it. They have a new game, Rift of the Necrodancer. I know they got Family Jules, the guitarist, the video game guitarist. Did a lot of work on it. Classically, it was Danny Baranowski, who previously did Isaac. Great composer. I didn't realize Danny Baranowski, the guy who composed Binding of Isaac, Crypt and Necrodancer. He has songs on OC Remix, Overclocked Remix, which is a site that does video game covers, remixes. They've been doing them for like 20 years. You have to submit to a panel of judges. They have to judge if it's good enough, and if it is, they'll put it out. Danny B was on that site, and I think he might have done it before he ever got like real compositional jobs, which is fucking awesome. Because now he's really well known. This one is weird. I have to make sure I line this up correctly because it's this. Yeah, when I glue these fuckers together, I really wanted to get it precise. All right. The funny thing about this hair heat gun, by the way, is it's basically just a hairdryer, but hotter. You can set it to a lower setting and just be like, yeah, but after that, take care of your hair. Although you can get a cheap hairdryer for like $3 fucking. If you need a hairdryer, get a cheap one. You're fine. Need it for some, simple stuff. God, this shit is like when you treat like a mouth guard or braces, where you can braces are fascinating because it's like a metal, And responding to certain temperatures, it reflexively keeps its shape. You're inside my walls? That's good. My walls have been lonely. You know what? Don't say... I actually get very paranoid. Don't fucking say that. I'm going to be at night thinking about my walls. Not because you're in them, but because I'll hear a sound, and then I'm fucking freaked out. And then I don't know what to do. Yeah, I want to get this as fucking curved as possible before I start gluing, because it's going to be real hard to get these things to stick, I think. I might have to just hold them. I don't even know. Is getting something like this to stick together in a perfect circle is going to be a bitch. Because it's gonna want to pull apart. Oh, Mario Paint. That's probably good for now. Alright, one more. Let's do it. My walls always make sound because of my friend's Bob. Oh, your friend Bob. Fair enough. Everybody needs a friend in their walls. It makes life less lonely. I do get very paranoid at night, sometimes just arbitrarily. Because listen, living alone is creepy. You hear a sound, and you know that nobody lives with you. You're just disconcerted, and it's just you, so you have no backup. Or no family or anything. So then every sound you hear is suddenly much worse. And then you're trying to go to bed, and you hear something, and you can't explain it. And then you're like, oh shit, fuck, should I get out of bed? Like, I'm tucked in right now. If I get out, then I'm exposed. The bed, the safety of the blanket's not going to protect me anymore. That's me. I always get paranoid for some reason. I don't know why. Be checking the locks on my door. I do that. No, sometimes I'll get up and I'll just walk around the house or apartment and I'll check the closets. I'll even check like under the cupboards. And I'm like, no human can fit in there, dude. That's like that's the knife drawer. What are you looking in the knife drawer for? But, you know. It's like nobody can fucking fit down there. It's scary, man. Living alone is creepy. But what can you do? What would you do? I must see if I can't get this to stick better before I glue it or cement it up. If I could really get this to fucking stay, would be great, but should listen to Special Guest Showdown? I'll have to look it up. I think you've mentioned it before. I do have these, by the way, which will eventually... I should paint these, because they're... Actually, let me look. So I have to look up Cloud's Gauntlet for a second. You also sleep on the bedroom door locked, so you don't like looking down the abyss. Sometimes I keep my door locked these days, but that's because I have things that light up in my fucking house. And that's a problem. Do I have a picture of like Cloud with them on? That's not exactly what I'm looking for. But I'm looking up Cloud Gauntlet right now to get a better image. I mean, I could look at the action fucking figure. Here, if I just drag this over. Not a model, but it is a model. This is what I'm making. And I guess they can be all black. I don't think they have to be colored. Oh yeah, one thing I'm not going to have is the armor on the gloves that you can see right there. Or right there. And it's like, I don't even know what to do about that. That looks pretty fucking good. So I'm still looking at Cloud Gauntlets. Give me a second. So I want to get... what I was doing is I was just opening up Final Fantasy Rebirth to look at the model. What the fuck am I listening to? It's an official Mario album. I'm going to quickly drag this over if I can. Yeah, the photo modes are fantastic. Very useful. Because finding just static images really isn't as helpful as you'd want it to be. So having like actual in-game models is much more helpful. So it looks like it's kind of just all black, even there. I wasn't sure if it needed to be silver. I might still need to paint them. The cosplay is not perfect by any means, which is always a disappointment to me, but... Start touching it. It's mostly dry. It's tacky. Ah, Jesus. Alright. Stop. I got it. See, this one's not even like... I kind of want to paint it again. I feel like it's not enough. Well, actually, I might put more... Because I feel like this one's not even tacky. Maybe I need a lot more for this than I needed. I'm using a very small brush. I should get something bigger, but... I'm kind of out of paintbrushes. A little too late for this, but I'm gonna put more on this because it is not what I deem. I thought I should have put a bigger layer on. This is an official Mario album we're listening to, by the way. You can tell by the Mario photo. There we go. Reactivating the solvent. It's all chemical reactions. It's fascinating. But maybe I will start painting some of that stuff. Let that one go on some more. And I guess we'll fucking start with these. This is going to be the linchpin of the rest of this stuff. The other ones are going to wrap around, so they have more to stick to. This one will only have itself to stick to, so I really want to... I could super glue this. I have super glue, so I could do that as well. I have like 6 things of super glue, and I might even just bring one with me. If I can get it through security, just so I can be like, in case something goes wrong, just quick super glue. In case my glasses break again. I will have to paint these afterwards. Yeah, that's problem. The reason this takes so long is because of time of waiting. Speaking of the fucking devil, FF7 music. Could I paint anything while I could try repainting this because I don't like the way this looks. I've got 3 paints. Yeah, this one really I feel like needs to be. I have sandpaper. I can't just like rough it up a bit. Because it even feels rough. Yeah, this would have been the stream where I talk about FF7. It's a bit too late now. I already did. And someone posted a very long comment about their theory, which is good actually. If anyone should read it, go to that VOD and watch and read it. Appreciate their support. Yeah, I got to like some glue or shit up here, so I'm gonna like just sandpaper the fuck out of it. I should get like a people have like a thing for their sandpaper, not just bare hands, but I always do it this way. Really rough my fingers up. I really think there would be better ways of looking at some of this stuff though online, not just with the photo modes, but or even like a model viewer online. Someone has to do that, but no one has. This is removing some of the paint, but I'm fine with that because I'm going to repaint it anyways. Yeah, I never liked the shiny looking cosplays for some reason because it does look fake. Like I want to look how it looks in a game and something when it kind of does look real. I get shininess has like a sheen to it, but to me it reeks of not authenticity. And I want mine to be as if it's a real person is wearing it. I want it to be believable, as if it's real stuff. In a game, it's believable because it's in the context of the game, but in real life, it is less believable. So you need to make it more believable. That's my mind. And not everyone agrees. A lot of people love the shiny look, so I'm obviously outvoted there, but, that's how I feel about it. Same reason I want it to be more usable. And while still being as authentic as possible, every single part in place, which I don't have. I don't have the right shoes. There's, like I could tell you all the little things that I don't do right in this cosplay, but it's already better than it was last year, so can't complain too much. Yeah, there's like fucking hair clippings from my wig all over the floor. There's like sand, paper, shit all over everywhere. My apartment's a fucking mess right now, working on this stuff. Alright, this is lighter. I forgot what they're up with their model viewers. I know there are model viewers, but I didn't want to have to like find a cloud model if it's the right one and then download it and then I haven't used this one much. I think I could do this as like an undercoat, I guess. Let it dry and then put stuff on top. Give it an extra layer. I'm not gonna paint the inside. I'm just gonna paint the outside though. Ugh. This is good music. I don't need to say. I really don't need to say. Oh, this is good music. It's fucking FF7. It's Yumatsu. I don't need to specify that. That's like such a redundant statement. Like what? Grass is green? Really? That's crazy. It's adequate. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. You know, I could do better. It's whatever. You give me a shot. I could do better than that. Oh, give me a shot at it. I don't know who this character is I've invented, but I like him. He's a friendly fellow. It sounds like Conan O'Brien doing like his nerd voice. I'm not actually good at painting, but it's fine. It'd be good enough for now. You only get better about things by doing them, right? And I'm gonna be covered in paint at some point, but I mean, if I really cared about model viewers, I would just download Blender, which I probably already have installed. I probably have Blender installed already. It's one of those like just applications I just have. I've got too much software on my computer for random shit. I'm gonna do this gray, and then I'm gonna paint. Once it dries, I'm gonna paint the black over it. This is ZREO. I don't think I have actual Zelda music. I just have the Zelda reorchestrated versions of every game on my computer instead. Is it Sunshine? Probably, or Galaxy, I guess. Is it Galaxy? It's Galaxy. I had to look at what's on the screen. Imagine I wake up tomorrow just like dead, and then I can't go to the convention and all my work was for nothing. That'd be sad. You don't want to wake up dead. You ever wake up dead and it's just like, fuck. My plans are gone. What am I fucking meant to do now? Who is this? Oh, that's CS Guitar. Rip CS Guitar 89. He's not dead. He's not dead. He just, he doesn't do it anymore. He was a legend in his time. And now no longer. Well, he's still a legend in his time. He's not like he's not a legend anymore. He's gone. I'm gonna leave that there. I need to get a cup with water in it just for the paint. Give me 2 seconds. Now I should be careful because I don't want to like spill fucking water everywhere. That'd be tragic. But interesting choice of topic conversation. What? Not going to the convention? I'm just worried. You know, if I die and get sick or something, then I can't go, and that'd be sad. Let's take it. Beat the fucking devil out of it. What does he say? I don't think. I said Bill Nye, Bob White. What's it? Painter, Bob Ross. Jesus Christ. I don't think he beats. I don't think he says curse words. Just walking off. Yeah, I'm just walking off. It's fine. Yeah. Do I need more? I might need more. For this shit, I might need like many layers. That's about it. I'm sticking that there. Of solvent. Maybe one is enough, but like. Right. Leave that there to dry. Well, there's still some wet spots, but I think it's fine to put on. I've stuck it now. I've committed. All right. Actually, let me get a book or something. I need pressure. God, I should have been prepared. All right. I got. What is this? Anomalies of Curiosities of Medicine. Don't read this book. It is fucked up in here. There's some disgusting images in here. You don't want to know. Trust me. Oh, this is good music. This is a good fight. This is a great boss in Kirby Superstar, by the way. This is like the RPG boss, but it's a Kirby. Because it's got to be able to bend a little bit. Better. Yeah, that's right. Really stick that shit together. A little crooked, but I guess it's fine. At this point, I can't really undo it very easily. The corners aren't perfect. I kind of almost want to super glue the corners just so they're not like peeling off. Shit. Like I said, it'll never be that folded, but like there we go. Fuck, let me try it on. Because I need to see if it works. If it doesn't work and I need to redo that, then I'd rather find out now rather than fucking later. Oh, God damn it. So I have like a super fucking massive and super dangerous magnet that I have to wear in my back, which is potentially concerning. Okay. Then the straps. Oh, this is Mother 3 music, yeah. Put that in there. Actually, I should probably cut to the other screen so you can actually see this. There we go. Alright, so I do this. Then, because I might need to append with some super glue just to make sure it looks fine. I'm not gonna put the whole put the back on, but there we go. That looks pretty good. Not bad. Oh fuck the magnet. Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't like lean on any metal walls, and because I'm never gonna be able to fucking walk off of it. It's like I'm being like, you know, Wolverine sucked by Magneto. I don't know why Magneto would be sucking me, but don't worry about it. Yo. There we go. That's better. Alright, let's take this shit off. It's all removable, which is good. Let's put this somewhere It's not here. Ugh, and also take this off. Beautiful. Okay, is this dry? Yeah. That was one big one. I mean, the gauntlets are a big one too, but like. I should play Super Mario Kart just before Mario Kart World comes on. Just, you know, to get the classic experience. I actually like Super Mario Kart. This is a controversial opinion. After playing it again, I'm like, I don't like Mario Kart 64. And I know I played it as a kid. You would have think nostalgia would have won me over. But I played it and I was like, wow, I fucking hate the way this plays a little bit. And maybe I need to get used to it more. But I was like, I actually prefer Super Mario Kart, where it also plays weirdly, but I kind of know a bit more how to play it. Maybe there's similar levels. But I was like, oh god, I kind of prefer this one. But I think it was maybe just the revelation that, man, Mario Kart 64 isn't as good as it was. As I remember. And some games I still like. I actually don't have a problem playing most N64 games. I really don't. But that one was like, oh man, I'm surprised how much I just didn't initially click with me like a lot of other ones would. Like platformers, Banjo, do it fine, Mario, Zelda, whatever. Speaking of Banjo, great remix. It's an old remix. I've heard this one many, many times. I think the silver underneath the black works because it's like, it's metal, but it's like crusty, you know, gun metal. It is funny. I think Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie are games where it's like, I feel like you don't even need to beat them. I feel like you can just play a couple levels and you get the gist and you're fine with it. Because as those games go along, they do get like less fun, I think. Within reason. Even Banjo-Kazooie has its problems. And I like Banjo-Kazooie. There's not one I actually ever beat as a kid after getting it. My real N64. And obviously, I guess I never beat Tooie. Did you hear that Mario Kart World is intended for Switch? That makes sense. They said they've been working on it for like basically since Mario Kart 8, which means I guess they were probably working on it since the Wii U era. But we decided it would be for the next console, and it just didn't happen in time for Switch. And the part of it, they said they just didn't have the computing power necessary to pull it off, so they waited. Which is interesting. And again, I can kind of see what they mean. They're trying some. I'm curious to play it. Seems like a lot of fun. We got to see how much the free roam mode is worth it. I mean, for many people, free roam isn't going to be much except for a place to do stuff while you're waiting for matches. Which honestly is a good flow. You can be playing real Mario Kart and go through matches and levels. And while you're waiting for matches to start again or whatever, especially if they take longer, you can be doing other stuff with the elimination mode. The elimination mode is apparently really fun and really intense. It seems like it's going to be very good. But that's a case where it's like elimination mode will take a while. So, once you get eliminated, you're waiting for another match to start. That's the perfect time to just free roam. I think it works for the new modes they have, but which are meant to be very fun. I don't think it's fully dried, which might be obvious, but didn't know you could race around during queuing. Yep, that's a big part of it. Because for some people who are like, well, surely free roam's the main of it. Other people are like, well, actually, it might just be long queue times. Let the player, I don't know, do stuff. Which is great. Because I think that's how most people are going to utilize it. Because there's stuff to do in the open world, but it's not going to be like, you know, not like a single player mode, but it's not, you know, not like doing a quest to fight Bowser like Mad Max style or something. The meat of Mario Kart is still doing races. Yeah, what the fuck? Once it takes like 20 minutes. Yes, I've heard they were long, but fun. So I imagine a big part of this is to counteract that. I've also heard, but free roam seems very fun. I think they said there are 300 or something, 300 music tracks, or maybe 200 something, in the hundreds, which is really exciting because there's new arrangements, big band versions, all this stuff of classic tracks, and I'm very excited to hear those songs. Very appealing. Is this done yet? I need this finished first before I can work on the next parts of this. Getting there. There's some wet parts still, but... yeah, I might put another layer on top once it's done. Wait for that to go through. And I should paint these. I don't want them to just be like the black plastic they are. I guess gray first. I'll be consistent. You know, I could use the heat thing to dry these things quicker if I really wanted to. I have to be careful because I don't want to melt the plastic. Or I could use a hairdryer, which would be less hot. And it's the middle one. It's not the lightest. If I really wanted to, I could do like this, then that. I don't want it to be auto-correcting, but Video Ninja doesn't really let you do that. Is this 4 swords? It is 4 swords. Bum, bum. Is it? Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. What? Oh, shit. That's strange. What song? Actually, I'm trying to think now because now it's out of context. This is... I mean, Link to the Past, right? I feel like I need another bowl to put the painted ones in. This isn't the woods in Link. Where is this one? God, I somehow have like... I really need to replay Link to the Past because clearly my memories of that game are fading fast. Fast, as if it hasn't been fucking years. Is it Link to the Past? Yeah, Dark World. It's the Dark World theme, sorry. Isn't it? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it is. Because that stupid video a guy made like 10 years ago. The dark world, dun, 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 the dark world. It's really dark in the dark world. Or whatever the fuck he says. The theme to the dark world. The theme to the dark world. People always made like shitty video game song parodies, and they've been doing it for a long time. Since before YouTube. And then when YouTube hit, everyone was like, fuck, finally, a place to put all my stuff. I think people forget how common that actually was. Posting them on like Something Awful or whatever, or wherever. Google videos. I mean, AVGN used to make his videos for his friends. And then he had his website. So a lot of his videos predate YouTube. It was only when YouTube happened that he was able to post them on like this platform. I would say probably helped his success, I would imagine. I don't know. I think he was already somewhat well even before, but... Is this dry up? Yeah, CS Guitar. I love CS Guitar 89. I wish he kept doing stuff, but I'm glad. I hope he's happy. I hope you're happy now. I hope he's happy in the in the choices he's made. I'm sure he is. Okay, let's fucking stick these things together. We're just calling All the Wrong Moves in Super Smash Brothers. It's a parody of All the Right Ones by One Republic. Come on. I actually don't. I have never listened to One Republic. Maybe they're great. I actually don't know. I shouldn't besmirch them. Speaking of Smash, you know what? There's a good remix of Smash I got here somewhere. Daronto. I'll add it to the queue. Fuck. Okay, that didn't work. Can I search here? Oh, fuck it. Right. Give me this. Oh, it'll be at the bottom, won't it? Yeah, it will be. There we go. Another Overclock remix one, but it's neat. Right, maybe I'll give it a shot. Sorry, I'm just fucking sticking these things together. I'm nervous about this one, because this one's gonna be easy to fuck up. Want it to be perfect. Right. There we go. Actually, it's sticking better than I thought it would be. I just gotta put more pressure on it. More Republic songs are counting stars. It's too late to apologize. Okay, yeah. Honestly, not bad. I didn't stick it perfectly right here, but that's fine. Yeah, dang and topple. Alright, so now that I have this, what's next? It's this one. Gotta do this. It does fit, but you have to really fucking stretch it. On. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, that would fit. You have to really fucking stretch it, though. Does that work better? That might work better. But yeah, I gotta fucking cover this, cover that. Part on the right is 100% the original. Yeah, I know. It's where do you think I got it from? I just stole assets. Pika-Pee. Actually, I'm gonna draw on this very quickly so I get it lined up just right. You can draw this shit fine, which is easy. Yeah, if you haven't gotten the point of this album yet, it's just every single Smash fighter. But they're all done by different rappers in their own styles. I'm building Cloud's Gauntlet, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. Alright, let's paint this shit. Or rather, let's cement this motherfucker. The heat gun, actually, not a drill, but close enough. God, it's gonna be fucking tedious. I'm trying to get a grip, but I can't figure out which pigment is which color. Even though I got all these henchmen, I still feel like ish. Why? Because all of these other characters are taller than me by like 3 feet. Those are legit, but my up smash is my favorite to kill with. Go ahead, DI all you want. There's still gonna be an E at the end of it. You want a melee? Forget it. I'd rather get lifted than fall. The only way they got me to brawl is because they promised me they'd be tripping of all. I might not be a queen, but I appreciate the artist group and Civil Inspired. It's pretty good, dude. It's good, dude, Olimar is, I mean, it was fucking great. it's a lot of fucking cement. I'm gonna die from the fumes right now. I'm not even joking. I know this looks like I'm painting with some weird fluids. Just don't think about it too hard, all right? I promise you, it's fine. It's fine. If it's this viscous, you got like a problem. You got some dietary supplements you might need to take. Just saying, or maybe stop taking them. I've got a fan. I'm actually good. There's a longer version of this that's 13 minutes, which I chose not to play. Alright. Oh, God. Fuck. Good reduce the final score by 3 points? Damn. Gary down the street look at this liquid. I don't know what it is either. He seemed confident in it, and it seems to work, so I don't mind. He's not that weird. They call him Weird Gary, but, like, his shit works, you know? Let's see. Oh, this music. Sad Super Paper Mario music. Problem is that I've heat treated these. Now they're not like flat, and I have to like. It's good they're not flat. You're flat, but I have to. You got no talent. You're flat. That's an old video. If you've never seen the video, there's like a guy in New York berates a guy in the street who's playing trumpet for being shit. Very aggressively for like 5 minutes. You're flat. You got no talent. He actually genuinely sounds like that. Really upset for I don't remember why. I don't remember if he had a good reason for it or not, but he was genuinely upset at the guy. It's just another day in New York. One day they'll bring Super Paper Mario back. It would be hard. I mean, the little bits of like Wii motion controls they use are very minor. It's literally just the tattle ability, which means pointing at the screen. Not that it's not used, but you know. They can rework it. They fucking managed. They reworked Skyward Sword to work with fucking buttons. If they wanted to, they could easily put this out like a basic port with some extra controls and be fine. Just how much effort they'd actually be willing to put in. Because I don't need it to be a remake. I just need it to be like available. Maybe like full HD at this point. Like do what they do with like Pikmin and Pikmin 1 and 2 on the Switch. Which I think people forget is playable on the Switch. It's fully there. Every Pikmin game in existence is on the Switch right now. You can play it if you so desire. Went to that new game store and they had a strategy guide for Super Mario. You should have fucking bought it. I love having old. I have a strategy guide for Link to the Past for the Game Boy Advance, the Four Swords one. I got it at a flea market somewhere and I love it. I also have like a Nintendo Player's Guide from the 80s. I've got this old like bootleg Nintendo book about cheat codes and shit for NES, and you can see all the advertisements for like, you know, the Omega Amazing Nintendo Gamepad, unofficially licensed, where it has like 2 Super Turbo buttons in the back. One of those books I have has a fucking Power Glove advertisement somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Then they have like previews for upcoming NES games. It's like, what the fuck do you mean upcoming NES games? You're telling me Ice Climbers hasn't fucking come out yet? What do you mean? Ice Climbers probably come out yet, I think. Probably. I love getting those old ones. Pick movie might be in the works. I mean, first of all, didn't they already have an animated Animal Crossing movie? Nintendo's made animal movies before. I think Pikmin, they've done a lot of Pikmin shorts. I guess I don't know what Pikmin would be about, because I don't think like Olimar is compelling enough as a character. The game isn't like emotionally wrenching. It's just like out of any of the games, it is the least story based. It's like, oh, you crash land. Like Eminem said, you get crash land on a, you know. But yeah, I love Super Paper Mario. I want to play it. I want to stream it one day. Well, Pharaoh can stream it. When I was getting guides for free, I had to stop taking them home. They were heavy and take a lot of room. That's true. They got World of Goo working on the Switch. Anything is possible. That's true. I mean, they had World of Goo on like mobile devices for a long time. They definitely have done ports of that ages ago. So I guess that that fits. They worked on that game for a while. And now World of Goo 2 is on Steam, ain't it? So speaking of Pikmin, I beat Pikmin 1 and 2. I just need to play 3 and 4, which are apparently much better. Pikmin 3 is meant to be really short, so I could probably knock that out like no time flat. Flat. You got no talent. I gotta show this video at some point during the stream. I gotta show that video off. I am Olimar, and I got stuck on an island. It's not even stuck on an island. He's stuck on a fucking planet. Close enough. I guess it's like it's the planet of the universe. Or it's the island of the universe. That's where Treasure Planet comes from. A goated movie, by the way, Treasure Planet. Although I think I probably like Atlantis more. I've never played World of Goo. I do want to stream World of Goo. I might end up... I don't even own it. At some point, I'm going to pick up... Wait, maybe I don't own it. No, I don't own it. At some point, I'm picking up World of Goo on Switch or on Steam, whenever it's on sale. And I'll probably stream it, because I actually want to. It's made by Tomorrow Corporation, a company, an indie company whose games I actually do love. So there's no reason I shouldn't be playing more of their games. And yeah, I missed out on World of Goo. I never had it. Even though I definitely heard of it. Of course I have. Everyone had. I don't think the VOD is out, but there was a long time ago where I streamed Little Inferno, the game where you just burn stuff. I think I did it for Christmas. Because there was a Christmas update for it, which is just the same game, but slightly more themed. That's a chill game, because it's literally a game where you buy stuff, you burn stuff, and then you burn stuff, gives you money to buy more stuff to burn. Also, there is an ending to that game. It actually does have a definitive ending. Pikmin 2 is the peak. I hate Pikmin 2. I streamed I gotta post the VODs. I have every VOD from me streaming Pikmin 2. You wanna see me fucking suffer? You wanna see a game that I get genuinely rage at? I played Getting Over It. I posted, and that didn't rage me at all. Pikmin 2, I was so fucking mad. You'll see. I'll post them one day, and then people can watch it and see how fucking irate I got. Which one is irate? There's so many dedicated fans, and there's a great video about, how effective Treasure Planet is in its aesthetic and its theming. And how it got done dirty. But yeah, I kind of do think I like Atlantis more. I have a special interest in Treasure Planet, but I do think I'd probably like Atlantis more. I like the concept, I like the archaeological and the Milo character and the adventure they go on. The guns and the realism. It's like fucking Final Fantasy. Basically. Milo is just Final Fantasy 7. Not at all. I'm gonna paint this last one. I'm gonna check the status of the cement. It's pronounced cement, ain't it? I'm gonna have to paint these black after I paint them all silver, by the way. The Animal Crossing. I think I heard about the Animal Crossing listed, but yeah, I believe they did one already. Years ago, they did an Animal Crossing animated thing. Maybe an hour long or so. A lot of those Japanese animated movies get forgotten about for some reason. I mean, like the fucking Mario anime we watched the other day. Mario gets cucked by a blue-haired anime prince. All right, check off your list, guys. I mentioned it. I mentioned it again. Take a shot every time I mention the Mario gets cucked. But yeah, I believe I don't remember what it's called, but I believe there is an Animal Crossing one that's like an hour long. Reading a Google AI tells me similarities between Atlantis and Final Fantasy. I guess go do it, whatever. Go off. Don't use the fucking Google AI for fucking shit. But stealing your data. But you didn't need it anyways, now did you? Okay. One more coat of the cement. Then we'll stick it on. Because I feel like it's not tacky enough. What the fuck am I listening to? What is this? Oh, Melee. It is crazy that I've never done Link as a cosplay. I've dressed up as Link before in the past, but never as a cosplay, and I really ought to. But there's a lot of work, and I don't want to do that one not poorly. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to like buy fabric and like get a real sewing machine and fucking do it. And now that they've shut down like half the fabric stores in the fucking United States, you can't do that anymore. I gotta start raiding like thrift stores for fabric. Be like the badass guy who did a crossplay of Cloud and Link, which I've shown on stream before. He's pretty fucking cool. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is Yoshi's Island DS, the sequel that everyone forgets about, because I guess it's kind of mediocre, but also pretty good. And it has babies in it, and everyone loves babies. Everybody loves babies in their game. So, you know, the logical conclusion for a sequel to DS is add more of them. Everybody loved Baby Mario, right? So why don't we add more babies? Whoever came up with that idea, genius. Just saying. Listen to, oh, this is more of the... Yeah, these. All these 80s Mario albums from people who like played one game and was like, oh my god, this is a breakthrough. And they were right. Even I don't know how big of an impact Mario was in the fucking 80s, 90s. I wasn't born yet. All I know is hearsay about it was a really big fucking deal, especially in Japan. Maybe not as big as Pokemon in the 90s, but pretty close. Come on, just a little bit more. Huge cultural influence. Alright, it's a lot of shit. It's really gonna stick together now. The DS had some weird games. Listen, I own Yoshi's DS and Wario Master Disguise. I beat both those games. I didn't play Yoshi Touch and Go, though. But again, I lost. The funny thing is, I owned both of those games, and I lost them. I didn't lose any of my shitty DS games, but I lost 2 first-party Nintendo games. Or more, actually. I lost... I no longer own Kirby Superstar Ultra, or Yoshi's Island DS, or Wario Master Disguise. There's probably more I'm forgetting about. I lost all of my good DS games somehow. And all at different times. It wasn't like all at once. Fucking tragedy, dude. It is a tragedy that I lost Mario and Peachy too. She's very round. I like that because she's like a peach. Listen, there's some mods to make Peach even rounder, if you know what I mean. People love Peach cake. I guess they don't do Peach cake. They do Peach cobbler, which is very different. You can't be like, hey girl, you got some cobbler? It doesn't work. Back up that cobbler, lady. That doesn't quite sound as good as back up. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Maybe we can be the change we want to see in the world. And add that to the common vernacular. Just saying. We want new words to be used. We got to start using them. Be that trendsetter. The first person I've met to say they played Wario Master Disguise. Yeah, I fucking own that game, man. There's a lot of games I probably am forgetting that I played. I could talk about... I bought so many DS games. That's when I was a kid and I was still getting allowance. And I had the wherewithal to be able to buy games, and I wasn't old enough to where I had to get a job and start saving for college. So DS was like the peak of me buying stuff. And most of what I bought were $20 shit games. I don't even remember buying... I remember buying shit games. I don't remember buying the good games, but I know I got them. And I don't think my parents ever bought them for me, so I must have bought them. My memory is pretty poor when it comes to that. It's Mario Paint. No, this is Splatoon. Curious if I would like it. I think I actually ended up buying it on the Wii U. So as of right now, I can stream Master Disguise, which I ought to. I haven't streamed a DS game in a while. I mean, also, to be fair, I also have a captured DS. And if I'm not mistaken, it's an original DS game. And because I have those bootleg cartridges, I could also just stream the fucking game on the DS. Wii U might work better because it's already over here, but it's gonna have save states and shit, so that might help. I was gonna stream X and Y this year. I don't know if I'll have time. It's kind of a fucking long game. It won't be as long. To be fair, nothing will be as long as streaming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for like 100 hours plus or whatever, doing almost every side quest. But no, that was my own prerogative, I guess. Also, my own prerogative to literally stream every time I played that game. I squeezed every fucking, like, every little fucking molecule of content I could out of that game. Because it's a good game, and I liked it. But it's a beefy game. This is, not Rhythm Heaven, yeah. Danny B. I forget, but Danny B was the one who did music for, or worked on, which would make sense, Rift of the not Rift, sorry, Crypt, the Hyrule rhythm game, Zelda rhythm game, where they was like, Nintendo was like, hey man, you know, Zelda's like one of our biggest IPs, indie studio, you want to take a crack at making a Zelda game? And they did it. Cadence of Hyrule, thank you. Which I think I own the physical version for, but I actually haven't beaten it. I should. It has a story, and it has like a thing and lore and good music and good references. And it's fun. I should play it. The problem with streaming it is that it's a fucking game where you have to like focus on moving in time, and that can break your fucking brain. I played little bits of it, but I've never gotten far. And it has like randomized sections, but it's not like Crypt, which is a full roguelike. It still has a normal map, overworld, that's the same. Interesting. And obviously the peak of that game is the music, which makes sense. It's like a love letter to Zelda music. I'm getting really into painting right now. Not in like I mean in the moment, not in life. I'm not into painting in life. Not that I don't like painting. Some people get into painting, and good enough. I'm no Robert Ross. No, when you say his full name, Bob Ross is Robert Ross. That sounds so fucking normal. Hello, my name is Robert Ross. Salutations. And it's like, oh fuck, what? You're the guy? Some of that fucking paint off. Hands are covered in paint, glue, cement, other substances. It's fucking crazy. All right. These seem ready. And I don't even remember how I was doing it. Was it like this? It was like this. Oh fuck. Okay, let's do this. Actually, I'm gonna wait for the music. Oh, it's nice music. Okay, so stick very carefully. Okay. Fuck. It's going a bit crooked. Shit. What? Mario RPG is good music. Obviously. It's a good game. The game where I wanted to like replay it almost, even though I didn't. It's not a long game, so I don't think it would be a bad thing to replay. I was gonna replay the original because I have SNES Classic. I can't replay the original. Hey, that lined up pretty damn good. Look at that. Because I played the Switch version, which is great. It's a great version, but it also is pretty damn one-to-one. Like it's not like it's pretty damn one-to-one to the original in a lot of cases. Look, a small gap. Shut up. The gap is there because I can't get any closer, and I'm fine with that. To be fair, I didn't even put cement on the gap, so maybe I should have. You know, to your point, maybe I should have put a gap there, and I didn't. Or painted the gap, cemented the gap, but I didn't. Maybe I'll just fucking super glue that shit, or like. Get out of here, fucking. Where did a fly even come from? Jesus. Just gonna rub. I'm gonna rub the crack, and then gonna squeeze it together in a second. You done rubbing your crack? Yeah, almost. Give me like 2. Going into that bathroom for 5 or 10 minutes. I don't remember what he fucking says. I can't remember that movie. You know, I don't even know if I should have mixed these paints. It just occurred to me that I didn't like stir them. Just really the bottle. Yeah, it does say stir well, but which I didn't do. It's fine. What could possibly be different by stirring it? I didn't even stir it very well. I needed like a stirring stick. I'll just take the end of one of these paintbrushes I'm not even using and stir it. It's just like a fucking different color all of a sudden. It's like, what the fuck? Too much fucking paint. Yeah. Rub some of this on this one. I don't miss Wind Waker. I can't wait to play Wind Waker again. I hate that I'm looking forward to NSO games, but I am, because I love old games. And not everyone does. I talk to people at work who play games, and they're like, yeah, I've been playing World of Warcraft. I mean, that's an old game. There's a guy who still loves World of Warcraft and does all the new shit, and I'm like, damn, dude, you've been playing this game for how many years now? Other people who play, like, Overwatch and Destiny. And other people who are also like me, who went to see the FF7 concert, which I didn't get to see because, I didn't want to get spoiled. And I'm actually excited because I didn't realize it, but I now realize that there is going to be a Final Fantasy concert from the same people who did the FF7 concert at my convention, at MomoCon. Which I didn't realize they're going to be on the main stage one of the days. It's a pretty big fucking deal. I got to go see that. Oh, fucking paint on my pop filter. They improved the performance of Wind Waker. Well, apparently they've been improving the performance of a lot of things they showed early. Like, apparently they were talking about, like, DK. People were like, oh, it doesn't run perfectly. And then Nintendo's like, actually, that was an earlier... It runs much better now. Like, significantly better. And everyone's like, oh, that's good to know. So I would assume so. Because none of those things were... The ones they showed off weren't even the release versions. We know that because they actually... The games they were showing off, they had one more at the demos than is actually being released. I can't remember which one it was, but they were like, oh, yeah, we have 4 games here to play. Not just the 3 that are coming out at launch. So we already know that they're like dev versions, but to what extent we'll have to see. And even the N64 one, they do it very slowly and it's kind of rubbish, but they are still patching them, so we'll see. Everyone seemed to feel that they were fine though. Everyone felt like they were fairly good, so I think it'll be fine. I'd be more concerned about performance than something like F-Zero or Soul Calibur probably, but we'll have to see. I think stirring actually did make it a little darker, but I think it's fine. Oh, there's one more. I could probably finish off with what I got. Good music. A very good game. And this, hearing this music is just making me think, man, these are games I haven't played in a very, very long time. I want to stream all of these. And I probably will, but, you know, it just takes time. It was very cool to see Mark show... I'm sorry, spoilers to Smash Ultimate, but Mark shows up in Smash Ultimate as a fucking boss. If you were like... I know people were playing the game like blind, and going through World of Light. And when he shows up, it's like, holy fuck! Because he's also just the exact boss from the game. Which makes sense, because again, Kirby is not really that different from Smash. You can see how Smash gameplay evolved from Kirby. Very, very clearly. And especially, and specifically, Superstar. So that was like, that fits. There's actually a lot of cool moments in World of Light. Again, I was one of the big guys who was like, initially I was like, oh, whatever. And then I started playing it, and I was like, I got more and more into it. And by the end of it, I was like, I was a World of Light fucking believer. I was like, Sakurai, you did it, man. I know what you're going for, and it's incredible. I still am. I love World of Light. And I get, like, it doesn't do the same things that like, Subspace did, for example. It clearly doesn't. They're very different in approach. World of Light is like event mode with structure and a lot more expanded. And cool as well. I mean, it does a lot of cool theming and areas and music, and it does a lot of cool stuff. So big respect to my main man. Which makes me... It's not too early to start talking about Smash, is it? And I'm assuming they're working on a new game. It's not going to be like... I don't know, maybe they just do an enhanced port, but... Oh, this is, Mario Artist Studio for the 64 disk drive music. Which is good music. Weird music, like Mario Paint was. I've talked about the 64 disk drive a lot. And I hope they might maybe do something with it with the NSO. It's one of the photos they have for like the Switch profile photos, so maybe they'll do it. But I fucking love. As a kid, it was fascinating to me that there was a expansion to what at the time was my favorite console. That we never got, that had all these cool things. And my mind was like, oh my god, the games were like 1,000% better. They just had like, 64-2. It was like, and it wasn't that much, but it still did some amazingly cool stuff that even now I can still think is really neat. But yeah, that was something that had captured my imagination. Genuinely curious what to go to Smash. A lot of people feel like they're gonna do like a whole rework of the series, and it's almost, because many people feel like this was like the peak of Smash as it has been for now. So there's not anywhere else they can go, really. It's not tenable to like outdo this one, because they can't really. So most people are under the assumption that it's gonna, or under the assumption, which is just an assumption, that maybe they will just like, I don't know, go back to basics and try something different. Who knows? At this point, I don't even have a fucking clue. I thought about maybe if they do it like a much significantly more fleshed out story mode that like puts everything to water, like the fucking shame, even like Subspace. Would be neat. Who knows? Are they gonna want to fundamentally change the combat of Smash? Probably not. We'll see, but like, I would doubt it. Even changing a character's moveset is controversial because people get used and love the characters that they play as. And if you change a moveset, and I mean, to be fair, I don't even think that's a problem. Because you play like the same moveset for Pikachu in Smash 64, and then you're like, holy shit, or even Melee. It's like, holy shit, they feel completely different. Like, I can't play Ness in like Melee. Because he's like way fucking different than what I'm used to. I guess I could learn it with practice. The muscle memory for what moves do what, but in practicality, you kind of do have to restart every time. Though I don't know if it'll be a huge departure, but I imagine it won't be like Ultimate. Expect a few less. Yeah, I'm expecting less characters, which makes me sad. I don't want to lose like I'm assuming there will still be guest characters. There might even still be a bunch of guest characters. Who knows? But I don't want to lose some of them. Like, I don't want to lose Cloud, obviously. Obviously. Fucking obviously. Jesus. And I think Square is going to want representation anyways, because they're really, like... They do well on the Switch. They do really well on the Switch. And they're continually... Throughout the Switch era, they were increasing their ties with Nintendo. Like they used to have back in the fucking SNES era. So I can't imagine, like... I'm sure Square would be happy. Especially with, like, Rebirth coming out. Or Rebirth 2, whenever that's going to come out. I'm sure they would be happy. And remake on the Switch to still have Cloud in Smash. So I hope he gets to stay in. I know. I'm not getting Terry back. So I've given up hope on Terry Bogard coming back to Smash. That was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. As the Talking Heads once said, once in a lifetime, letting the water hold me down to the blue abyss. Maybe it'll be a diver from Luminous Ocean, cause Endless Ocean, cause Nintendo owns that IP. They could do a diver. Maybe he could play the Smash. He hits people with his diving gloves and his helmet, and he squirts water at them. And his final Smash, he summons a fucking orca to eat them. Cause that last fucking Endless Ocean game sold fucking amazingly, right? Nintendo, everybody loved it. It definitely didn't get shit reviews. It came out on my birthday and got horrible reviews, so I didn't play it. I played Subnautica instead. Which was a better game. Actually. We will have guests. They'll go platform traditional fighting? I don't think so. Maybe! Cloud Likes isn't guaranteed. I know, I just want Cloud to be back. And I feel like if they're going to do any character, if Square's gonna have any guest character, it's gonna be Cloud. Also, I should have done that. Maybe! Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna wait for those to, like, get all tacky. What's happening? Let me, like... You know, I might need more water. My water's pretty fucking gray. I mean, I would say we're not getting Sephiroth back. We're gonna get Cloud back, if we're gonna get anybody. So Sephiroth is probably out. Give me 2 seconds. I can get more water for my paintbrushes. You think they can get away with someone who's not Cloud? One of the other reps? Well, one thing is Dragon Quest is such a big deal in Japan, and even now in the West, it is becoming a bigger deal. So I can't help but think that they would want to get Dragon Quest back in if they can. And it fucking sells better than Final Fantasy at this point. So I could see that the hero comes back, and I actually like Hero. He's an interesting character with interesting moves, and that appeals. Got his little window, you know. Maybe the story mode of this game is that you get to actually play all of the new versions of the games that these characters are from. It's like you get to play real Ice Climbers, but it's like a new version of Ice Climbers in Smash or something. Who knows? Maybe the game is maybe the character is even more like their original games. It's even less like a fighter and just more like a fucking mishmash of everything. What utter ridiculousness am I spewing out of my mouth now? I don't know. I'm trying to think of what other characters won't make it in again. Assuming Echo Fighters are easy to keep in, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just have those, and they're almost more like alternate costumes than they are just, you know, real characters. Like, how hard would it be to keep Dark Samus? Oh, we couldn't do it without Dark Pit. You know. Hero might feel the only one they'd rather keep. I lived through the cuts in the past. I guess that's fair. I mean, I just feel like it feels different these days. And part of it is just bias, and like, I don't want to see them go. I gotta be careful of this black. I'm running out. I almost want to like, you know, I'm gonna actually wait on painting those because I almost don't want to like ruin. While I'm waiting on those, I should probably paint this one too, or cement the fuck out of it. I think the OG. Yeah, I mean that's like a given. Inkling's gonna be safe. Villager's gonna be safe. Any big IP. What the fuck is Naughty's house? Fuck this. The fuck is this music? Oh god. Freak shit. I love freak shit. Oh my god. This is Mario? Mario! Is this? Yeah, I mean, actually, I think I want to paint this one more time, because some of these things aren't quite tacky enough. But sorry, Wii Fit. Yeah, Wii Fit's not happening. Greninja. I mean, I can see some of the Pokemon happening, maybe not Greninja. And also, you'd say Pyra and Mythra? Well, I guess we have Shulk. I guess if we're going to get one representative of Xenoblade, it will be Shulk. Sorry, Pyra and Mythra. I mean, actually, I don't know. Xeno 2 is the most popular one of the series, I'm pretty sure. If we're talking about just by mascots, maybe so. But, like... I almost wonder if they wouldn't just do another one instead of Shulk. They might keep Pyra and Mythra. Which would be sad, because I actually would rather have Shulk than Pyra and Mythra. Sorry, Pyra and Mythra. I like Shulk. Any chance I can get a blonde-haired swordsman in a big RPG? That's my go-to. Bum, 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 bum. God, 80s Japan loved fucking slap bass, didn't they? Mario! Mario. Yeah, that shit is slick. I can't wait for the welcome tour stage. I'm buying it, and I'm playing it, and I'm probably streaming it day one. I think it looks fun, and it's for me, it's exactly the kind of game I like. I do wish they would do packing games, though. Like, they haven't done one since Wii. And I know it's not their style, but it's still nice, you know, it's appreciated. And to be fair, I mean, the Switch needed a packing game more than the Switch 2 does. Most people who are buying a Switch 2 probably already have one. Or you know what? Maybe Switch needs it more because people already have games for the Switch. So it would help sell it. Like, you get a free game with it. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, no packing's ever going to be as good as Wii Sports. Wii Sports is the best packing game in existence. I think Shulk is safer. It's not just the titties. The game itself is more popular. I'm talking about in terms of sales. Xenoblade 2 is sold much more. And I believe it is the most popular in the series at this point. But, I mean, yes, Shulk is the inception, so maybe that works. We'll see. I'm trying to think of other characters. What other fucking characters are in Smash? Persona? Persona. No idea if Persona is going to happen or not. I don't think sales. Fair enough. I do think you're right, and I probably think it will be Shulk, but I think that doesn't mean it's out of the question that they might decide to go with Pyra and Mythra. Am I okay? Are you okay? Yeah. Yes. What am I, Terry fucking Bogard? I'm fine. Not a Gundam keyboard. It's a nice one. Why does everyone think I live in fucking Brooklyn? I'm not like... Oh, whatever. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm gonna miss Terry. I still haven't picked up Fatal Fury, even though I liked it. I played the fucking the playtest, and I was like, this is actually genuinely very fun. But fighting games, except for Smash, and even Smash, I don't tend to play a lot of it. I don't tend to play a lot of fighting games. So paying $60 for a new fighting game, it's like, oh god, really? it's gonna be a hard sell for me. I might still pick it up at some point if it goes on sale. I'm pretty sure I picked up Street Fighter 6 at one point when it got on sale, and I still haven't played it. I've been putting it off. Wait for this to dry. I look like I was gonna beat fucking ass. What's screaming when I can't see us? You guys aren't on the screen. You guys are gone. Actually, you guys... Wow, that's incredible. You guys are on a screen that's on the screen. But if I just... You're just actually, like, cut off. If I just do this. There you is! That's actually perfect. That wasn't intentional. Mega Man is one of the safe third parties. Yeah, Mega Man's safe. Sonic's probably pretty safe. Ryu, I guess, is probably safe. I don't know. Bayonetta's probably coming back. I feel like a Square rep is going to happen. Okay, that's definitely good. This is still drying. So I'm running out of things. I want to save the black paint for when these gauntlets need fucking painting. I don't want to waste them on these things. I mean, what else can I mean... Good. I'll need to repaint that, but it's kind of good as it is. I might do it silver. Again, I would want the gauntlet to be around the same, like... Same like this. This is even, by the way, this is rough. It's meant to be, like, perfectly round, and it's still got this, like, bump here. I tried heat treating it some more. I've also tried... I sanded the fuck out of this, and then painted over it, which did make the crease a little less noticeable, but it's still there. It's just gonna have a bump. It's not gonna be perfectly round. You didn't know I'm an engineer? I mean, technically I am. I'm a software engineer. Fucking crazy, I know. Where's the fucking this thing I was over there for? So where's the thing I just built? I mean, I also used a lot of the paint on painting the sword. I only have this tiny little bit of paint, so I don't want to use too much of it. I do think the sword actually looks better now. This is still a little rough because it's only painted at like one part. And it's tucked, it's this. Only painted on one side and tucked in on the rest, so I could try like... I might just shove some super glue in it to make it better. Oh, let's put this sword down. Make sure you walk 12 miles a day. I walk enough. I'm more healthy than a lot of people. And less healthy than others, so I'm a good balance. I try to walk. I like walking. I like going... listen, if I don't go outside too often, I fucking freak out. Important to go walk in the woods for a while. I think this might be good to do. Oh, actually, you can paint this as well. It's good to do that. And I forgot about it a bunch. There we go. Are these good yet? Still don't feel tacky enough. Like, come on. One more. I really want these to stick. This is the most crucial thing to stick together. If these don't fucking stick, it's all gone. Should they try to bring back plenty? Again, it's hard for me to remember. There's no woods in Brooklyn. Listen, you can always go to fucking... If you wanted to go to woods in Brooklyn, go to fucking Central Park. You're in New York. You can go to any borough you want. Go to fucking Staten Island. What do you want to do? Or go up to, what the fucking those, the Catskills, whatever the fucking the mountains are up there. I've been in Central... I've barely been in Central Park. It's kind of a shame I didn't go spend more time there. There are woods in New York. I don't know, go down to Soho. I'm sure there's shit down there. Alright, let's stick to this carefully. I mean, I think better question is who is definitely not coming back in Smash. Not who's coming in, but who is definitely leaving from Smash Ultimate. Is Snake gonna come back? Is Snake even relevant these days? Is it doesn't matter? I guess they're doing the remake of Snake Eater, aren't they? Well, there's a chance that Snake could come back. This one has to be fucking perfect because it has to align with these motherfucking holes. Which can cause issues. I don't know, but I don't know if the one Snake. Well, I mean, I feel like there's some that are like, yeah, this guy's that fucking really? They're gonna keep this guy? Probably some in Smash that I could think that aren't like as... Because there are some that are such a shoo-in. But there are definitely some where I could think like, really? This guy? They would keep this guy over like... I think Snake could leave again. I don't think Snake's gonna come back. Yeah, I might need to glue these cracks a bit, but. Glue those fuckers. Gotta wipe off the excess. Can't check my phone, by the way, because it's using my camera. So if anyone's messaging me, I'm sorry. I'm indisposed. Check it. There's one. That would be safe for the trilogy. I don't think safe. I don't think I wouldn't see more than one. I mean, artist doesn't even think Cloud is safe, and that's fair. Snake could leave. There's less of doing this for my friend now. That's true. Yeah, Dr. Mario might be gone. Pichu might be gone. Oh, poor Roy. I kind of want Piranha Plant to come back, honestly. Maybe that's just me being a psychopath, though, so I wouldn't worry about that. But now I just have to wait for this to dry. See, now it's kind of it's a chiller part. I've done a lot of stuff. I wonder if I could start sticking these fuckers in. Be this way. It'd be like this. I don't want it to be silver, though. I'd rather than be darker, so I'd probably paint the black over them. If I really wanted to, I guess I could start painting this fucking now if I really did, but like... Actually, I'm gonna... This is stupid, but like... Very low setting. Probably buy new Dr. Mario. They used to pump the fucking... They used to pump those motherfuckers out, Dr. Mario games. Be like, oh, they'd have like Dr. Luigi, and then there's an L-shaped block for the year Luigi. They'd have all sorts of stuff like that. They don't do that anymore. What happened? Maybe they got like their fucking HIPAA violations. They got their license revoked. They can't practice anymore in the state of New Jersey. They gotta go somewhere else. I probably would too. I mean, I like Dr. Mario. It depends. I mean, a Dr. Mario game would be like a $5, $10 game. That's what they used to sell them at. If they sell them for any more, I probably wouldn't buy it, truthfully. Sued for malpractice, exactly. Sorry. He gave a botched augment surgery to one of the princesses, and she never let him live it down. Robin Palatena. I could see Rob. I don't know. Maybe not Rob. I mean, I don't know. Palatena is separate from... I don't know. We're keeping Pit. Definitely not keeping Dark Pit. Spacey. I don't even fucking know what that means. I see Little Mac coming back. One of the Microsofts. Speaking of Banjo, I don't know if Banjo is going to come back. We'll see. Faulty BBL. I was thinking of up here, but yeah, no, whatever. Damn, dude. Maybe when Toadsworth was on his deathbed, he brought in Dr. Mario. You don't want to see what he did to Toadsworth, man. That was a fucking bloodbath. It's like the surgeon from the Victorian era who had a 300% fatality rate. They used to do surgeries in front of crowds in the Victorian era. It was like a fucking... They had no fucking TV, so it's like, yeah, let's watch a guy get cut open, and we'll pay for it. So they were doing it in front of a crowd. The guy doing the surgery was doing an amputation on the guy's leg. You have to cut it as quickly as possible because back then there were no painkillers. Get it done with as soon as possible was the strategy. So he's cutting off the guy's leg. He cuts it so quickly that his hand goes through and cuts the neck of his assistant. The guy getting his leg cut off died. The assistant died. And then a guy in the crowd died of shock. So, you know, 300% fatality rate. Not a very good doctor. Maybe Mario was better than that. I don't know. Make it burn perfectly. Go. I cannot put fucking 24 pounds of pressure on this fucker, but I can squeeze it like a grape. Banjo Steve. I don't know if Banjo will come back. I mean, Microsoft Steve... Minecraft is vastly more popular than Banjo. Banjo was a thing of, like, he was well-beloved by fans, but they're not doing anything. Maybe if Banjo is gonna... They're making a game of Banjo, maybe they'll include him in. But Steve is vastly more popular. But also, Steve, they don't need Minecraft. I mean, Steve in Minecraft might be able to sell Ultimate more from the kids who love Minecraft. I don't know. No idea. Actually, I don't know. I don't know the strategy behind it. There is strategy behind it. Again, Sakurai's talked about it in the past a little bit about the different, interests that go into deciding whether or not they want a specific guy. And anyone coming back, but I can see them deemed not as iconic. Yeah. I think in terms of securing rights, I feel like that's not as big of an issue these days. We have good relationships with Square. We have good relationships with Microsoft. The only one that maybe might be problematic is Snake, really, in my mind. Maybe. I don't know. But in general, I feel like they do a better job these days of like getting the rights. I didn't feel like it's the big problem. Most people feel like they're not too unlikely. Because I only hear older generation complain about how fucked up he is. Yeah, I don't know about Steve if he's popular, but I'm just thinking of Minecraft fans and if they're trying to tap in on that Minecraft base to buy fucking Switch 2s and Smash. That's what I'm thinking about, is like strategy. Is this good for them? Is this Captain L? Mr. L! This would be this way. Gonna have to wrap this around. By the way, check it. Pretty damn good for something that like is cemented in. You'd normally think that could never work. It's this way. Alright, let's get the fucking painting. I mean, everyone has different opinions. I don't mind. I actually think Steve's an interesting character. But also, he's a character that they had to again, I said it before the other day. That was a character in which Sakurai was like, yeah, we get to redesign every level a little bit, code-wise, so that we could implement Steve in it. And make context sensitive. If you mine this spot, it's going to be iron, this is wood, whatever. Like, it's a lot of work. Keep in mind. That's where, like, every level they make is just slightly more complicated now because Steve is existing. And that makes, do they want someone who, as technically complicated and weird as Steve? I mean, they'll do it, but like, I don't even know if it seemed like Sakurai didn't want Steve in there when he did his video. He was like, oh, they were just like, Sakurai, make it happen. It's like, and then made it happen. Because Sakurai always makes it happen. Because Sakurai's a fucking insane developer who tries very hard and pulls off magic through sheer force of effort with his wonderful team who deserves all the respect they get. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna like die of fume inhalation. It'll be okay. A lot of people play Mario music. This is yes, good music. For a second I thought it was Mimi, but no, it's not. It's for Francis. Yeah, just hearing this music always makes me like, I gotta fucking want to play this game again. That is a game I just have nostalgia for. I don't even know if it's as good as I remember. Probably much easier than I remember. Because I thought I was bad at games as a kid. And I know the game is renowned for being pretty fucking easy because you can cheese it with certain characters and certain moves. Okay. Beautiful. This music made me want to go back to my parents. I mean, again, if you have, I guess it's too late to get it on the Wii U. I have it on the Wii U, and I have a copy. I have a physical copy and a Wii U version. I don't hate them, but I have no interest in them. It's a very different. I will not complain because I do believe there's people who do care for them. I mean, yeah, everyone, I mean, I think at this point everybody has their favorite character in Smash, and every character in Smash has someone who loves them. So someone's gonna be fucking, reprehensibly disappointed. The Redditor's house. Yes, it's at Fort Francis. The guy who collects, like, plush dolls and stuff. Very of its time nerd. In the era of, on digital message boards and shit. guy who would go to like a gaming convention, not smell very good. Yeah, it was digibutter.ner was his fan forum. I believe someone actually made, and it was used as a real Paper Mario fan forums. I don't know if it's still up anymore, though. I forgot I have to do this one, too. And I mean, all the Paper Mario games have their own style of music, but they all have like good music, and they're all somewhat reminiscent. I quite like Super Paper Mario because it is very like more electronic-y sounding, I think, on purpose. But I'd say it's as good as Thousand Year Door and the rest of the series. And it's so, you just hear it and it sounds a lot like, yep, this sounds like Paper Mario music to me. I think part of the, because Super Paper Mario was very influenced by the time it was released. And I like that time, so that maybe is part of the reason why it appeals to me so much. I wonder if it was planned. I wonder if it was like Mario Party 8, which was planned for GameCube, and they just hodgepodged it into Wii, which is why like it doesn't always have the same resolution. It has very little motion control games, except for the very simple ones where you just like with the Wiimote, you know. For new characters, we can get a Ring Fit too. We could. I mean, Ring Fit is sold like fucking hotcakes. One of the best IPs on the Switch. Maybe something from Splatoon instead of an Inkling. I mean, yeah, I mean, the Inkling is like, it's like Villager. You could include an iconic character like Tom Nook, but they're not. They're going to include Villager. They could include one of the Squid Sisters. Any of the idols, but no, they're going to include Inkling. Or Octoling, I don't know if they want to be wacky about it, which I would choose. But they literally had a fucking race war in Splatoon. It was Inkling versus Octoling. I was like, you guys have literally fought each other in the past. This is a general, like, what the fuck is going on? The lore in Splatoon gets very weird. Sounds like Billy Mandy music. I used to watch Billy Mandy as a kid. I don't remember it very well. Excepting that, you know, that I liked it. Nintendo supporting their Mario RPGs would see something. I mean, is it Geno time? Is it finally time for Geno? Again, I'm still at the point after like playing Super Mario RPG was like, I don't really get the Geno thing, except that he looks cool. That's all enough for people. Geno looked cool, and that was enough for people. Even though he has the depth of a fucking paperclip. I mean, that's not true. He has more depth than a paperclip. Like, talk about characters with arcs that are unique. Mallow had a much better and more interesting story, to a degree, even though he was a crybaby. Lucas was a crybaby, so fuck it. Maybe Cryberry, Jesus. I'm not even the only streamer who made that mistake. Crybaby, who, like, make good protagonists. I will say, whenever I'm building stuff like this, I just, like, get in, like, a shrimp position and my back ends up aching. Usually I'm sitting on the fucking floor when I do this shit. I'm not always sitting at a table. I'm usually sitting on the floor, crouched, hunched over. Which doesn't really make things better, does it? Like a fucking golem. My precious, my precious. My precious Switch 2. There we go. Very nice. Good Kirby remix. I know what you're talking about. Actually, I'm reading now. I don't want to book Geno. I know I'm begging for it, but I don't know if this character is neat for the game. Yeah. I would prefer a Paper Mario, actually. I think a Paper Mario would be a much better alternative than Dr. Mario. It would have a much more unique moveset and all sorts of cool shit. If they were going to do I could see a Paper Mario being just a cool, unique, fun character. They just remade Thousand Year Door, and Origami King I think sold fairly well. It didn't do like terribly. I didn't do great or anything. It wasn't like remarkable, but it did well relatively, and it was a good game. I will defend Origami King with my life. Maybe one day I'll play it on stream. A lot of these were based on patterns, the ones I'm using right now that I have. So the thing about these two parts being connected, in what the guy who made some of these was showing was he didn't even bother connecting them. He just like had them separated, and I have to be like, fuck, what capacity do I do that? Let me look at the gauntlet again. How fucking close do they have to be? Blood gauntlet. They're fairly close. And it's really like right here. Like the gauntlet's like right fucking here, if I'm not mistaken. It's like right here. Right where the glove ends. I guess I just gotta fucking measure my arm. I gotta just like do this. Like that probably fits. Okay, one more time. You stick it in. I guess I don't want it to be too tight, but like, I'm gonna cut there. I'm gonna have to do the same thing with this, I guess. All right. Well, let me take fucking Cloud off the screen. For the middle part, I guess it would be like that. Probably be big enough. I'd rather be too big than too small because I can always make it smaller. Good thing I have fucking scissors. Jesus. I have other sets of foam, so if I need more foam, I technically can still make this. If I fuck up here, I've got like a fucking ton of foam out of shot. Origami is my second favorite Paper Mario. It's up there at least. I can see that. Again, I don't know where Thousand Year Door stands, but not nearly as high as many people would like. This will probably shock you. I'm not shocked. You've talked about. Well, you've mentioned before you don't want Bandana D, and I'm like, why not? I like Bandana D. A new Metroid Prime character, maybe. We'd have to see. Well, first of all, is this these good yet? Also, I'm realizing I'm doing this wrong, but fuck it. I mean, it doesn't matter which thing I tacky at first, as long as it. I have to do this one first. All right. I almost fucking messed up there. I'm assuming streaming doesn't really isn't conducive to focus, but you know, we have to see. How long have I been streaming? Only 2 hours. It's not really too bad. It's been a nice chill stream. Although I do think this stream has felt like it's been going on for a lot longer than the gaming, but I think it's also because when you make progress and things, it feels like it normally just takes fucking ages. So you don't realize how much progress you can make in 2 hours if you really just fucking put your mind to it. It was filled with too stiff. I mean, I feel like nobody likes playing as Bandana D, especially in like the newest Kirby game, Forgotten Land. He's kind of like super shit from what I've heard. Especially when you get Kirby with all these cool moves, and it's always the case where Kirby has different abilities. Waddle Dee has one. And you don't even get to like Waddle Dee to level up really. It's just he's always like, he's like playing Tails in a Sonic game. He's just shit. Shit 2-player mode for the baby brother. Which is sad because they give him custom moves and shit. It's like he's his own move that you can only play in 2-player, but that's all he's got. I don't know if there's a better balance, how they could make that a more fleshed out experience for 2-player. Because it's always more of like an add-on. It never feels like an intended thing, necessarily. It's always like, oh, it's an option. If you want it, you know. It's not as bad as like the Cappy mode in Odyssey, which they advertise on the fucking main menu. It's like, no one gives a shit about Cappy mode. No one's going to use this. It seems like it's harder to play the game with Cappy mode. But I guess if you have a child, there's a benefit there. I hear people playing with their kids is a very good motivator for stuff like that. So that would make sense. All right, well, those are... I should probably heat treat the other thing while I'm waiting for these things to fucking tacky and then dry so I can, like, fuse them. This one... Okay. Move the corrosive liquid over there. Looking good. Thank you. Well, once these are glued, I will have to paint that. I guess. I guess I don't have to paint it. But, you know, I ought to paint it, so that might take some time. Or cement it together, sorry. I think it's just, Meta Knight and DDD are fine. I just think his moves are more, like, stationary. I mean, it depends. Sometimes, I guess that you're just talking about Bandana Waddle Dee. They could make use of that in Smash. But if we're talking about if you think that would be fun, then maybe it won't be. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't really know. I just don't know. But I think they could do him justice in Smash. For Bandana Waddle Dee. Ow, fuck. I know this song not from Double Dash, but it was remixed in DDR Mario. Ah, interesting. Interesting choice. I mean, you like... I'm surprised you don't know Double Dash music better. I certainly don't. I don't know why I have a Double Dash soundtrack. It's not a soundtrack I actually love, but... I actually think it's kind of mid. There's some good songs in there, but that's it. The overall soundtrack's kind of okay. Yeah, I don't play DDD, so... Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this is the music in Mother 3 when you die and the game over screen where you get the chance to, like, come back, if you couldn't tell. I feel like it's pretty obvious. I wanted a Kirby too, just different powers. Yeah, basically. It would be fun if they refreshed some of the Kirby powers, honestly. Alright, heat treat this motherfucker. You can see my fingerprint in the foam. Played Mario DDR way before I finished all Double Dash. Fair enough. I probably haven't finished all Double Dash. I'm sure when it comes to NSO, I probably will. Oh, Fog Beasts. This is the first Xenoblade song we've gotten? Holy shit. That is Yume Nikki. I'm good. Yeah, this playlist has all of, like, sound effects too. It's not just music. Because it's everything. I haven't fixed that. Some people just think Ganondorf is get another refresh. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want him to be like Calamity Ganon or whatever the fuck. I wouldn't hate it, I guess. He's a cool design, but he's not my favorite Ganondorf. I still like the Ganon they have right now. And that's the thing about Link and Zelda. What Zelda and Link are they going to want to do? I mean, they've always done like they still do like a traditional Link often. Depending. I know they toyed about doing Zelda in Ultimate. Sakurai explicitly mentions he wanted to do like Breath of the Wild Zelda in Ultimate, but he's like, well, she's not much of a fighter, so we did the previous Zelda, which was, you know, Link Between Worlds instead. I was like, well, I guess fair enough. Fair enough, dude. But which means they had a thought where they might have done that with Zelda. So maybe they will. Maybe they will decide to go with Ganondorf with the newest one. And it's the first time we've had Ganondorf in ages, dude. When was the last time? Twilight Princess? It was Demise in Skyward Sword, so that wasn't Ganondorf yet. Actual Dorf, and not just Ganon. Ganon is a whole fucking different thing. But Dorf? Dude, let the Dorf loose. Who let the Dorf out? Dude, I'm straight Dorfing it. Straight Dorfing it. But on top of it, I feel like Smash 4 is the most forgotten game. I like Smash 4, but you are correct. A lot of people, I think, at this point, is like, it's kind of an interstitial between Ultimate. It's a lot more like Ultimate than people remember, but it's also very slow, comparatively. It's not as quick as It's significantly slower. It's noticeably slower. But it has a lot of moves, it has a lot of fun, it has a lot of features. And it was the 3DS one, which a lot of people remember it for being the first portable Smash. But yeah, at this point, like, it doesn't have subspace. And it doesn't have the Brawl. Brawl was such a big deal, even though nowadays people look on it and be like, ah, it was kind of flawed. But Brawl was a fucking massive deal. Obviously, Melee is Melee, and 64 was the original. I mean, 4 came out on the Wii U era, which Nintendo wasn't doing very well. I mean, it came out on one of Nintendo's least successful consoles of all time. I think inherently it didn't get as much buzz as it might have ordinarily. You give me Dream's reputation of what it means to dwarf it. I mean, you gotta just like... Dwarfing it means you take the big sword out, and you go... And then you fucking hit the light. That's what it means to dwarf it. I don't break this light. I already broke this light, and I wouldn't have to get another one if I broke it again. Oh, fuck. Oh. I don't want the 4 ultimate changes they gave him. Fair enough. I mean, a lot of people feel like they made him more interesting, and he wasn't just a Captain Falcon clone again, which was a big deal for people. That he wasn't just like, oh, yep, it's Captain Falcon again. I wouldn't mind if they just did like prototypical Link Zelda and not even a specific game version, just prototypical Link Zelda and Ganondorf. Maybe it will tie in with the movie whenever that happens. Fuck yeah, dude. Crank this shit up. Played on the bus for the most. Yeah, a lot of people did. I didn't even own it on 3DS. I owned it on Wii U. But I had the thing on my 3DS where I could play with friends at school regardless, and so we did play it. I remember playing Smash in high school at lunchtime with some friends at the lunch table. And playing 4 in the back room when someone brought in their Wii U during football games before marching band. Smash 4 flipped to the kayaks. Custom moves weren't well received. They didn't have subspace. 4 had a lot of good stuff, though. It really did. Ganondorf has been my secondary for a long time. Fair enough. Again, I'm realizing I don't tend to like the very big characters very much. Even though I get the small characters who get fucking flattened immediately and just die. Because it's taken a while, but it's almost tacky and dry, and then I can stick them together like magic. Speaking of which, I have to fucking use the restroom. Tell me if anybody invades my house while I'm gone. I'll be gone for a little bit. If someone breaks in, let me know. Beautiful. You could be breaking into my house. It probably wouldn't be very hard. You know where I live. 3DS version with the others basically took a good chunk of my band class. There's nobody behind me. I was gonna say though, I wonder if we just haven't hit the nostalgia cycle. Because again, all of us who were kids or in high school with 3DS, I feel like if you had a 3DS as an adult, I mean, Japan is a different story, but as like 3DS for Street Pass and a lot of the multifunctionality, maybe it didn't work well with adults, but for kids, people in high school, yeah, we fucking brought them to school. We played them with people. I'm waiting for the moment when people start making memes about, remember this? And it's like, you know, in the back of the classroom playing Smash or whatever. If that's a thing, maybe. Where it'll be like, oh, fuck yeah, this was really fucking... And it was pretty fucking cool, honestly. Playing Smash at school, just in the class, whatever, that's fucking awesome. I think ultimately eat a chunk of that pie. I mean, I'm thinking of... Because, again, Ultimate came out, I was no longer in high school. I'm thinking of people who were specific, I suppose it's a specific age range. High school or middle school. And Ultimate comes out, and yeah, it's like you can bring your Switches in. So fair. I mean, fair enough. Yes, depending on the age, kids might still have that. Technically, 4 and 3DS were not the same game as well. I mean, they're not. Yeah. Well, I mean, they were both 4. They released 2 versions of 4, a home version and a DS version. Oh, talk about Switch before the Switch. But those are both counted as 4. Do these match? It occurs to me that this might not be perfectly straight, which might be a problem. Fuck it, I'll just paint them anyways. It's close enough. Yeah, but Ultimate's not one where I played portably very often, because at that point I wasn't really in school anymore. So my utility of like bringing the Switch and playing with people. And also, if I had people who also had a Switch, I'd probably just bring it to their place and we'd play it in the dock. But it was never been like... I mean, there was some rare... I remember actually, you know what? I do remember playing the Switch. I also remember playing the Switch in high school, weirdly enough. Right at the very end. Might have been my last year of high school when I must have gotten a Switch. I remember it because I remember bringing it to band camp and playing, like, Isaac on it. But I remember doing the thing where I was, like, sitting on the floor, waiting for a bus for a trip or something... for band, and I was like playing like snipper clips. I was doing the thing. I was doing the thing from the ad. And then it never happened again. And I honestly, I was like selling people on a Switch. I was like, this is so cool. And I was just getting people to buy Switches because I was selling them on it. I said it before, the system sells it fucking self. This is Mother 3, by the way, if you can't tell. Should be able to tell, but... Alright, very careful time. Wrapping. Really stretching this out. Just like you stretch your force... never mind. I didn't know you could fit that many coins in there. That's crazy. Hey, you should keep them in there. They just stick around. Ain't it neat? Okay, it's not as perfect as previous, but it's still fairly good. Alright, stick this shit together. Got the better game, good job. Anyone Brawl got Melee? Yeah, I never got Brawl. I own it now, and one day I'll stream Subspace, but I've never played it. Weird to think I was Brawl as a high school game for me. Fair enough. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but yeah. I guess my high school game my senior year game would have been fucking Breath of the Goddamn Wild. I remember just the entirety of that summer, just playing it. Like, on my bed, whatever. Portably. Handheld. Just, like, laying down somewhere, playing Breath of the Wild for the first time. Being like, oh my god, this is amazing. It was amazing. To be fair. And I had a hype... I remember watching, like, every single... Like, I remember watching that entire Breath of the Wild Direct. Like, hours and hours and hours of footage. When that was the only game, that was the year of E3 where Nintendo showed one game. It was Breath of the Wild. And you know what? It was the right fucking move. And then they showed up to... You know, I remember all this stuff. I remember that. I remember the hype. I remember watching the trailer, the initial trailer for the Switch in fucking high school, in the classroom. It was like, oh my god, they're dropping something. They did like the Mario whisper, like, behind the curtain. And I was like, what do you mean? And so next day, I'm in my fucking, like, calculus class in high school or whatever the fuck. Desperately trying to watch it, but I had no data, so it was like 2 frames a second. And at that time, I think I was also still keeping up with, like, leaks, and I was like, I kind of know what this already is. That was the first, like, console launch where I was really keeping up with everything about it. And I was so fucking hype about it. I was so excited. God, I like Katamari. Katamari is a game where I love wanting to go back and playing, and then I play it, and I'm like, I like it. I don't love it. Actually playing it, but I like the experience of it, weirdly enough. It's a weird series. It's a weird game. Where I was like, I always go back for more, even though I'm like, I don't know if I love playing it as much as I remember, but I still want to play it again. A strange game. Got some weird hold on me. You think you like Brawl more as a kick as a darker aesthetic? Fair enough. The hype cycle leading to it and the Wii was a big deal for me in high school. Yeah, that was me for the Switch. See, I remember my dad just coming home one day with the Wii, and I was like, what the fuck? We played DDR. I have DDR on my Wii. I have a dance pad for it. Waking up before school and checking Smash Dojo. That must have been pretty fun. Trying to bring enough game. I mean, I streamed both Katamari 1 and 2 on stream before. They were great. I own them both on Switch. Great versions. But yeah, I guess for me that was the Switch in high school. And I think at that point I did have friends who were into games. For a long time I didn't have gaming friends, which was sad because that was like my number one thing I was most interested in. That's when I had a good friend, friend named Jared and friend named Elijah, a couple others in high school. I was like, these are people I know, and they're interested in the same shit I am. It's what a fucking epiphany. I don't need to do this one again, but I'm gonna do it one more time just to make it even more sticky. Even more cement-like. Yeah, I want to play Brawl. The most I played a Brawl was like at the game room at my university, where they had like a Wii chained to the wall so people wouldn't steal it. Which I don't know if they kept always or if they eventually replaced with a Switch, also chained to the wall. But and it's funny that we have games like Smash because they all are distinct and different, but because of the nature of what kind of games they are, it feels like they're never ever going to be like re-released in any form. You can't see a remake of any of those games, of course, or anything like that. I could see is like an NSO port, which we haven't gotten yet. We haven't gotten Smash for 64, so maybe we'll get Smash 64 and Melee on NSO, and then that's like finally they re-release these games for the first time ever. And they re-release other fighting games. They really released like fucking how many like 40 versions of Street Fighter 2, 100 versions, who knows? Not that they can't, but they never have. Because I guess they want people to focus on the newest Smash game and not spend their time on the old ones. Maybe on Switch 3. I'm curious what they do about, because again, they explicitly say that like they felt like they're not against doing something completely radically different for a new console, but they felt the best move at the moment was to do a better Switch. But they're explicitly saying we don't know if we're going to do Switch forever. They might not. I don't think I would mind if they do, but I guess we technically don't know yet, do we? What their decision is. Oh, I was like, what the fuck is this music? Oh, fuck, this is good. This badass remix, dude. Maybe we'll finally get an F-Zero game on the Switch. What a new console even look like? I mean, it could be anything. Think about when they first came out with the Switch and how big of a fucking deal that was. And all of the, do you remember some of the stupid leaks about the Switch that happened? Let me see if I can find one. Switch 1 fakes. Or rather, fake leaks. There was shit like this. And people were convinced. People were like, this is real. This is real. This is real. They were like validating it and being like, oh my god, guys, there's no way this was faked. They even showed footage of it. And there were people like making up and mocking up like home screens and Breath of the Wild playing on it before we knew it was coming to Switch. And there were others. Listen, people are very creative. We feel like there'd be some crazy advance in tech. I don't know. It could be. And maybe when they finally get around to the next system, it might be VR compatible. They'll finally be like, okay, it's good enough now for us to warrant investing into it a little bit. We'll see. Believe in the Game Boy coming back. They said when the DS came out, it would be the third pillar. I mean, they said the 3DS would still be a pillar, that they weren't abandoning it when the Switch came out. And I guess they didn't for a while, and then they eventually stopped it. Of course they did. I've been wanting a dual screen Switch. Nintendo waits Or nowadays, they try and wait for technologies to mature before they adopt them. They don't want to be an early adopter of stuff anymore because that fucking bites them. I would say it bit them with the Virtual Boy, but they didn't really try very hard for the Virtual Boy. I mean, it came out like a month. It came out like a year maybe before N64. They already knew it wasn't going to be successful. All their eggs were in the 64 basket and not in the Virtual Boy basket. But they still had it. I don't know. It was weird. Hard to see them giving up on Switch. I mean, I feel like if they have a reasonably good idea that could evolve it. I was hoping there would be a dual screen Switch. I genuinely was. I love dual screen gaming. I do think it's genuinely just better than single screen. But the problem is it is just more niche inherently because the TV doesn't have 2 screens. But I was like, they could do a Switch that is a Wii U and also a DS. Where you can have it connect to the TV wirelessly and have the games being played. While also just having it have 2 screens on the go. And then you could just have all of the functionality of all the systems everywhere. You've got a Wii, you've got a DS, you've got a Wii, you've got everything. And then add NSO DS library. Be fucking great. Add a Wii U NSO library. And shouldn't expect the download play can allow for DS games. Yeah, they did bring back download play, which is fucking crazy. I'm so glad they did that. Now you have download play for the Switch. So if you own a game and your friend doesn't, fuck you guys. You can play anyways. Not fuck you, right? Rather like, good on you. Alright, let's stick these fuckers together. Screw game chat, I need pick to chat. Again, I'm expecting game chat to work pretty well. Honestly, I mean, I could see some use for it. I don't always want to be at my fucking computer. If I'm sitting like at my TV and I wanted to play with somebody and it's just right there, it might just be easier to just fucking do that instead. Because again, having voice chat in the system is a big deal. I think as much as people are like, oh, whatever, you can do it in Discord. There's many people in the world who don't have Discord, but also many people who don't want to have to use separate application to play games together. I hate that idea, because the 2 systems are a lot to play in one system game. Fair enough. I mean, I think there's a way of having like like slide in and out screen, or even a screen that like deposits into the fucking dock to work as the receiver. Something. Can you tell this music's from an RPG, by the way? Oh, this isn't sticking nearly as well. That's worrisome. I gotta glue these fuckers back. Well, I mean, the game sharing aspect is different, and that's not gonna be Discord. But also, I mean, fuck, I don't want to have to capture. I don't want to have to get my capture card out either if I want to like play with people. I get what they're going for. It does. I'm kind of glad as well that they're not showing it like running better on ads. They're showing it with the fucking warts and all, being like, "Yep, this is what it is." Because it's good enough for you to see what they're doing, and that's kind of all they need it for. It is not good enough to be like you're trying to stream it or something. That would be a very different scenario. But it's good enough to be like, yeah, I can see what the fuck they're doing. I guess that's enough. This one's kind of more fucked up, so I might want to use super glue to tamp it down. But I'm curious how much the average people are going to adopt it. The people who aren't fucking major gamers, because they're still trying to keep the audience that they had managed to gain with Switch 1. That's the key thing. They captured the mainstream audience again, like they did with the Wii with the Switch, in a way that they hadn't done, in a way that feels more long-lasting. Where they weren't just doing, some stuff. They made it in a way where people are like, yeah, this isn't just a gimmick anymore, like the Wii was, where people kind of fell off partway through. No, Switch had strong and sustained and stable growth, capturing a huge swath of the mainstream market. So for a mainstream market who aren't gamers, this might be perfect for them to want to be able to do voice chat. It has its uses. It obviously does. I think everybody knows that at this point. It's just Parrot aged in his ads. He did. He's noticeably aged. Classic advertisement. And a lot of gamers. I mean, even Minecraft Steve himself, Mr. Jack Black, his first role was in a video game advertisement for Pitfall for the fucking Atari. Which I remember, he looks the same in that ad. You can like, wow, that's Jack Black. Yep, that's him. You really can see him in it. In a way that's like, wow, yep, that's Jack Black. It's noticeable how much it's like, yeah, that's crazy, man. He is much younger there, of course, but curious how well the console is gonna work. Yeah, I'm curious. They have some lofty goals, and maybe it'll work as well, maybe it won't. For most things, apparently people have been like, yeah, it seems really legit, but the one thing they haven't been able to test is stuff like that, because they've been in crowded, busy rooms, you know, doing the testing for these things, so it's not like they have a good chance of, like, getting down and dirty with some of it. I'm excited. I'm curious. Although, honestly, all I want from that is I can do, like, DS. Now, speaking of, like, bringing DS functionality, the DS had a mic, so any DS game that relies on a mic now can be played, like Phantom Hourglass, for example. Maybe finally, maybe it's time. Yeah, I want to be like, we can worry over mini games with the fucking with the blowing and shit like that. That's what I'm hoping for. So this music is way too fucking intense for what I'm doing. It's like, Jesus Christ. Or Fossil Fighters. I mean, again, I love the DS because people just fucking used everything the DS had to offer. They're like, yeah, touchscreen, fuck yeah. Mic, fuck yeah. Everything. Let's do everything. Let's do everything this thing fucking does. They went for it. And I love that about the DS era, where people just tried and made some wacky, crazy shit. I love DS games. I love the way they look. I love their style. I love how fucking ambitious it was. Blowing is good. I mean, we already know touching is good, but blowing is equally good. And then people were like, maybe this isn't worth doing anymore, and they kind of fell off doing some of that stuff. Let me take off my fucking bracelet. My mom got me this. I got my mom a bracelet for a while ago, for something, and I think she was probably inspired to do one back. Was it ever confirmed that it was required? I don't think they were. I mean, some were. It doesn't go too far. It's kind of it might even be too small, but it'll be fine. Actually, what order do these things fucking go in? Big one and then the small one, which would be like, I'd have to squeeze this shit in. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this is yeah. That's the wrong fucking... Oh, goddamn, it's the wrong way. We some clever ideas on the system, but other times it felt token. Fair enough. And I'm saying this from a huge nostalgia perspective as well. Someone who loved the DS. It's this way. I guess to his point, I don't need to actually glue these things. I can just attach them. It might actually be better. That's just a good chord progression. It just makes sense. You hear it and it's like, yeah, that fits. Come on. Is this just smaller? It might be smaller. No, this is X and Y music. I could hear Yoshi though. Yeah, this might be weird. I thought this should have fit, but it doesn't. It should fit. Yeah, this is Breath of the Wild and or Tears of the Kingdom. I might have to cut that to make it fit properly. So I've got this part down. This part isn't quite fitting. Which is weird, because it's... I mean, I didn't even have to, like... It was always going to be tight, but... I have to think. Maybe I just cut out this part and just have this, like, barely on there. Lunar Dragon song tying running away to Mike was dumb. That's kind of silly. That's kind of fun. I actually kind of like that's fun, though. Part of it's done. So if I'm gonna do this, do I just... Because it's this, blatantly, this is bigger than this. I don't even know what I can do about that. It's actually about the same size. Maybe ever so slightly smaller. God, I can't believe the con is tomorrow. Sorry, I forgot. For a second, I was like, when is it? It's like... I feel like I'm just gonna have to cut this part, like, in half. I don't want to, because that's like... You can't come back from that, but... This won't fit into this. So I have to. And always the most stressful part about this is getting there. Because I don't want to, like, dress up and walk to my car in full regalia, because I get embarrassed. If it was someone else's apartment, maybe, but all my neighbors are going to have to see me dressed as Cloud. Which means I'll probably just put it in my car and dress when I get there. But then I still have to do the walk of shame from the, like, parking lot to the convention center. You can't get around being dressed as fucking Cloud. Like, I can't get around that. I'm gonna be dressed as Cloud. I'm gonna have a wig on. Where are my scissors? Jesus. But you're gonna have to bite the bullet and accept it. You know what? It'll be in character. I think Cloud would also be ashamed. And shy and embarrassed. So you know what? At least I'm being canonical. Where the fuck is... I'm sorry, where are my scissors? Did I lose them? Am I stupid? I feel like I'm playing a game of, like... I Spy right now in my apartment. Because there's just shit everywhere. But, like, evenly spaced enough to where you could almost think it was intentional. I have another pair of scissors somewhere. Let me just get those instead. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I didn't even find these spare scissors I was wanting. I have to use my nicer scissors. Which I didn't want to do, but... They'll be fine. Gotta flex in your neighbors. Accidentally being made to attempt running away and canceling your turn because there was enough noise. Yeah, I mean, the problem is the mic just wasn't good enough to always work the way you want it to, and it's inconsistent. And for me, my problem was I just never realized it was a thing, and I just forgot about it. I was like, what? Mic? I'd be playing... you know, Phantom Hourglass, and I'd be like, what the fuck do I do? What do you mean blow out the candle? Because as a kid, I was like, I kind of just forgot or didn't realize that there was mic control. And then finally it would click, and then I would forget by the next time I needed to do it. So it would never be difficult. It would just be me forgetting it, and then it happening. But to be fair, every time it happened, I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. And then subsequently forget it until it happens again. I wish it would just fit, because that would make it a lot easier, but... I don't really want to cut it, but... Fuck it, we gotta cut it. Probably could have made it, like, shorter. I almost wonder if I can just do that. If I can just, like... No, that would be stupid. Cut it. I have to. Picked up my OG DS, and I always found it odd as a kid that DS to turn on after changing the settings. Yeah, it was a little... I mean, it was very... it was honestly kind of Switch-like in a sense, where it was very minimal in terms of its UI. Very simplistic. And I don't hate it for that. I think that's kind of neat. I prefer the DSi, though, which has... much more stuff going for it. I love the DSi. The DSi is my favorite DS variant, by far. I like it more than 3DS, probably. Probably should cut this even more, truthfully, but I wanted to just be hesitant here. Here's the thing, I could make this just smaller just to fit in there. If I wanted to just like, do this. What's an interesting Genova version? Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Genova's theme is so fucking good. You found what especially good? Phantom Hourglass or? There's like a bump even in the fucking photo. You know, that doesn't look terrible. I mean, there's this is weird. I have to do something about that, but like that doesn't look bad. There's probably something I can do about that. The real trick would be if I have to use it with fucking gloves. Oh, wrong image. Right, there's... Oops, shit, what am I moving? Got that one and you got this one. I still need to paint it. It's not painted. Again, his painting, his stuff looks like kind of not rusty, but really dull, and none of my paints can make it do that. And this was kind of the last thing, really. I put on the glove, the bit of white, and then the real glove afterwards. Right, and put on the glove. I'm happy with how way it turned out, truthfully. All right, glove on. I might have to, you know what? I might have to wait before putting the fucking glove on because I don't think I can fit my hand around a gloved hand around this thing and have it stick. Which is the problem because it's quite thick, the gloves. I mean, me too, but that's a different story. Cross that bridge when I get to it. This is where I learned that I break my fucking knuckles every time I put this thing on. Which means this hand, I'm never taking the glove out of this one. This hand is gonna be like burned. Won't be able to take my hand out of it. Ugh. Or I just can't fucking wear a glove on this one. I don't know. I think I can put a glove in this one. I just have to like shove it in. Shove it in, shove it in. And worming the shit around is a bit tricky. Push it down. Alright. Now shove the glove in. Nice. Okay. It might just come out while I'm wearing it, which is fine. This is one of the big things that I was missing last year. Well, a lot of things I was missing. I was missing a lot of the external stuff like this. That was like kind of big a deal. Put on the other glove. Put this on this. Which is always also a weird fit anyways, but... because just a little too small. I could probably use a heat gun and make this bigger just by melting it. It's already misshapen because I melted it by accident. Check it out, I got gloves. Oh, God damn it. Okay, yeah, this one, it might just pop out at any time. I could probably use something to make it stick. Do I try now just... well, okay, I have to take this off if I want to put it back on. I'm gonna say, do I try now just the whole costume and see how I look at this point with everything? I need to paint this still, so we're not done yet, but... Let's paint. Let's paint. Well, I also think about a better way of doing this so it doesn't have a weird gap in it. And also, I should probably secure these because they're not like, these spikes aren't glued down. Come on. My other worry is that these things are getting so fucking squeezed that they might just, break on me. Which is why you should always bring some fucking repair tools with you. So I'll probably be bringing a tube of super glue with me tomorrow. Just in case. So actually, if I want to do this, I want to like... Okay, I'm gonna now try and attach it, like... I'm gonna actually make it smaller. In some magic genius way. Beautiful. I'm fucking like just winging it, by the way. I'm not even doing this like properly. I'm just winging it. I want this to fit. I need it to be like... Actually, okay, if I do it like this... if I look at this, then it needs to be like... Like that? Really? It needs to even be more steep? Okay. I also think they might have senders. I think they will too, but it's usually like the guy who walks around with like, cosplay repair emergency. And that's his costume. His costume is helping other people, which is always very nice. I might just super glue this part, if I decide it fits. Not quite. Ugh. Just higgly piggly. Works. Good enough. I don't have to glue them together, to be fair. I can leave it as is. Okay, now painting these is... Do I want to do like a coat of silver underneath first? I guess I do. I mean, honestly, these guys are actually silver. See, painting is nice and relaxing, isn't it? I can use one of the bigger brushes. Got like this not bigger, but like slightly bigger. Painting's lovely. Who doesn't love painting? I keep pointing at the other screen as if you could see it and you can't. Refocus. There we go. I'm looking at a pair of gauntlets on the other screen, obviously. Let's do this. Painting. Fuck it. Man, what perfect timing. It plays the fucking Mario Paint music. I'm excited to see everybody's costumes tomorrow. It'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm thinking it's going to be a great time. Wait, I don't want to use black immediately. Sorry, I forgot. Where's my water? I don't have any water right now to, like... I wanted to do silver first. Which would be this. Just a quick. Hardly sleep last night. That was last night! I don't know how I become such a con crawler. It's crazy. Cons grow on you, man. I would have fucking killed it in the mid-2000s as a con guy. Just saying. Again, there are people who are real con crawlers. They travel to go to conventions. You need an iron robe? Do that fucking now. You should be... Listen, y'all watching this, if you're going to a con tomorrow, y'all should be getting your costume ready. Y'all should be, like, painting along. You should be making stuff all... You know, you guys got to be working together. Come on. Get y'all shit together. That's all I'm saying. What better, stream to accompany you than this one? If you have things to do. I don't need to make things I buy and put it together. Fair enough. I mean, even I bought some of this stuff partial. I didn't make everything. I didn't make the fucking wig. Even some of these props come from patterns and stuff. Let's go out and have some fun. Have you ever seen such a perfect day? This is the World Ends With You music. Goated DS game that does use every feature of the DS. And I wouldn't call any of them gimmicky, necessarily. I mean, they're all inherently it's gimmicky because it's a little off color, but... with the fucking goated soundtrack, by the way. I am such a foolish girl. Yeah, this DS game has a fucking amazing soundtrack. Might regret to be painting this shit silver, but we'll see. What is justice? What is right? I still haven't played The World Ends With You Neo. I started it and I got partway through and I just didn't finish it. I was streaming it and I wasn't feeling it at the time. For whatever reason. I might have just enjoyed it more if I played it on my own. For some reason I really got into the Switch version of The World Ends With You. I played the entire thing with pointer controls. And honestly, I did very well with it. I got like it was fucking exceptional. You really get used to the controls and then you just get good at them. It's a good way of playing the game, I think. It is nice that I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Today was a big, long day at work. We had clients come in from, we've never met them before. We've been working for them and working with them for quite a while. Came to our office. We had basically a meeting all day for like fucking 7 hours. Chatting about each other, chatting about, you know, better practices, things we can do for improvements. Company bought us lunch. I don't mind. I didn't have to do any actual work. I just had to, like, you know, chat and air out, you know, grievances, but in nice ways. But that was a big, very long, exceptionally long day. Which means I don't have to do any work tomorrow or Friday. Look how smoothly this is going. Obviously, it needs to be much darker, it's gonna be black, but metalish, and this should help if I do an undercoat of this color, I think. Not even the lightest grade of like silver I got. I could have done an undercoat of an undercoat. You didn't take off tomorrow. I took tomorrow just because I was like, fucking why not? Anyways, it might be good to have a break for me. Not that a convention is necessarily a break. You walk around a bunch. I was like, I think there's stuff I want to do on day one anyways. I'm paying for it, so fuck it. If I'm paying for it, I'm going to go there. Just saying, that's... Oh, I'm sorry. I hope she doesn't feel too bad about it. It happens, but it sucks. It sucks. I'm sure that schedule might get better in the future, though. Not that it's any consolation to now, but... Oh, the Weather Channel. I don't know why there's no album art, but... I'm gonna be careful painting that side, so I don't want to do that yet. Let's paint the top. And while that dries, I can paint the other piece. And then I can paint it in black. I miss all these ancillary weird little apps. Back when like people were like, yeah, the internet's a thing. We're making our consoles with internet. Let's do like stuff like give it a weather channel. I kind of like it. It'd be a nice thing just to have on. It's like having the weather channel on in real life. People like just having it on. You need some background music, background stuff. Put on the weather channel. Hear the music, look at the weather, see the time. Be up to date while you're doing other stuff. Just pure vibes. I hate how I become so used to using the word vibes. I don't really like it very much, but I use it now more than ever. I need you more than ever. I don't even know what's on the schedule. Aside from the Final Fantasy concert that I'm obviously going to do, which I think is on Sunday. No idea what else I'm going to do. I'm surprised if everyone here is not going to go to the Final Fantasy concert because it's a live orchestra. How could we not? Yeah, this is their second week. Yeah, I figure. But, love music on the channel, maybe want to cry as a kid. It's tragic, man. Yes, as I said earlier, there is going to be a live orchestra for Final Fantasy on one of the days, on the main stage. Being emails about it, it's in there. There are things happening. I think that one might have been missed by some people because it wasn't as clear, but yeah. You check the main stage. I don't remember what it's called. It's not listed as concert, Final Fantasy. It has like a something name. It's like Distant Worlds or something. Something like that. It's not like written out as... It's not Distant Worlds. That's the Final Fantasy Rebirth stuff. And again, I'm pretty sure because it's not 7 Rebirth specifically, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be the whole series music, which can be listened to by anybody because it's all good. Oh man, we saw a concert of shit that, like, music we haven't even heard before from classic composers. We can surely listen to Uematsu play. Or not him, he's not going to be there. Nobuo Uematsu's not showing up at fucking MomoCon. He's got better shit to do than that. He's got to play in his fucking rock band. Play the guitar. At like fucking 70 or however old he is at this point. He is the Electra de Chocobo. And plenty of songs made me like super sad. I always think about the Piranha Lullaby from Mario 64. I was like, God, that hits. I don't know if I maybe want to, no songs made me want to cry, but just made me feel things, you know? And I just wanted to sit there and listen to them for a while. Piranha Lullaby was definitely one of those. And this one kind of gives actually similar vibes a little bit. I wonder who composed this? What was this? Kazumi Totaka. I love Totaka. Totaka is a fucking underrated composer, and I wish he did more stuff. Underrated Nintendo composer. The underrated Nintendo composer. He has a fucking legendary output of games, and no one didn't feel like he's oft forgotten about. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. He always puts his own theme song into every game he works on, some of which haven't even been found yet. If you look at any song composed by Kazumi Totaka, there's a song in the game called Totaka's Song. I don't think it's I think there are some games where he just didn't do it, but in a lot of the games he worked on, he put in Totaka's Song that he made himself, a little 8-second ditty, which is based. I'd do the same thing. You never know. Everybody's maybe looking at the piranha to sleep before I punch it. Dun, dun. Like, not, sorry. There's a song playing, so I can't possibly think of the song I'm thinking about in my head and sing it when there's a song already in my ears. It's impossible. Speaking of Totaka, another Totaka. He did Luigi's Mansion, OG. Thanks, Totaka. I owe you money. I remember this was a crazy thing. I was like listening. There used to be a Nintendo radio station called the Spinning Stream. We've done once a week. They would do Keaton's Quiz. They'd have like a little quiz show and people could answer and they could get something from it. And they asked a question about Totaka's Song, and I knew it. And I had to like get into an IRC channel on my fucking iPad so that I could send it in. But because of autocorrect, they sent it in wrong. And the guy didn't take my answer. And I lost. He even read it out. And I was just like, oh fuck, it's the autocorrect. I had to use a shitty iPad IRC client for this Nintendo Remix radio station. I even remember like there used to be a radio station called Radio Hyrule, Hyrule Radio or something. I had an app for it, but I think it was also just a website where you could listen to Zelda music and remixes of a large amount, which I think is probably defunct at this point. Internet radio stuff is kind of dead at this point anyways. It's quite sad. There are privately hosted ones and short-term ones, but, you know, not in the same way. What happened to the personality and charm and people picking their own shit? It's gone. This song is a banger. It is a banger. Again, attributed to Kazumi Totaka. All to him. All to the man himself. I'll marry him. I'll kiss him on his little lips. I don't know if he has little lips. Maybe he has big lips. Then that's a no-go, though. That's too much for me. Mother 3 is not my favorite soundtrack in the Mother series, but I think it is technically impressive. Every soundtrack in the Mother series are all very different in terms of style and what they go for and what they do, and I respect all of them in different ways. And I like them all, to be fair. But Mother 3 is different from Earthbound, which is very different from Mother 1. Right now, I gotta wait for these things to dry. This one is probably closer to being dry, because I painted it first, but it's not done yet. I'm gonna wash my hands. Also, I need to refill this cup with water. Give me a few seconds. Enjoy the sound of my mic hitting the floor. Good mic drop, I know. God, what the fuck happened to this music? It's very wacky. While I'm waiting for this to dry, I might just put on the other cloud clothes I have. Because it would be a good time for me to, like, test everything together. Let me hammer shut this thing. That's not quite sealed here. There we go. No vapor fucking elation now. Now let me get my other clothes. I'm gonna change on stream, you dirty fuckers, but like, you know, should take 2 seconds. I'm not gonna put on the wig yet because that will be I don't want to have to deal with trying to put that over the fucking mic like I've been doing. Oh, there's hair everywhere. Ugh. But what is this fucking Phantom of the Opera? Jesus. Okay, so this. I can switch cameras for this, by the way. I think that's fine. I'm waiting for these things to dry. At least you can look at me more. Everybody wants to see my bright, smiling face. Alright. Actually, I guess I should have put the belt on first. let's do that now. Stick that in there. But all the motifs in the game are coming out for this fight. In this song, anyways. Cloud wears purple. I mean, in the original, he kind of did wear purple. It's basically just black in nowadays, but like, you look at the original and it's very purpley tint. Which is interesting. I mean, I have the official art somewhere, and it kind of shows what Cloud actually looks like. God, I gotta get it lower. I'm trying to fucking put this shit on. It's kind of tight. I made this tight because I need it to be tight. But it's tight. Zip this fucker. The back zip, which doesn't help. My remake looks more purplish. It happens. Fix your fucking fix your TV, man. What a fucking crazy sounding bird. Fucking sing this song, dude. Alright, where's the there it is. It's still too shiny for me, but good enough. Got the Velcro. Actually, I could probably put this up more. Yeah, no. That's probably good. Not bad. It's not perfect, but it's fine. I'm glad to have this emblem here. That helps. I'll probably still super glue the corners, but so let me fucking unplug this so I don't burn my house down with a heat gun or melt the carpet. The sword's gonna stick. And bump into shit constantly. Doesn't look bad. The biggest thing is the sword is heavy and it keeps forcing this down, so I'm gonna use a bunch of like pins to stick this a bit closer to my clothes. That way it doesn't keep like slowly like bringing as it is currently doing. Dissidia. Fuck it. It's good enough. Got another Mother 3 track. This is Dissidia, so it's not original, but it is purpley. Also done by Nomura, so I mean, if you couldn't fucking tell. Oh, look at his fucking arms, dude. This was like the World Ends With You era of Nomura. Kinda purpley. Again, Nomura did all of it. He did the original. He did the original. He is the guy. He is the Final Fantasy VII guy. Alright, this is mostly dry, so I'm gonna start painting the black now. Let me take the sword off. I don't want it to break too early. Alright, I was using... That's the gray one. This is black. Bottom, bottom, bottom. It's spent enough time drying, so it should be okay, I think. Probably. There might still be some wet spots, and I'm gonna fucking ruin it by painting over them, but whatever. No, it's pretty dry, actually. Time to darken this one. Time is it, by the way? It's only 10:45. Only 10:45. See, doing this in stream is helpful because it means I can keep going without, like... It motivates me more. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I need a bite to eat. Oh, I'll just wait. Oh, whatever. And I'll put on a stream and I'll get distracted and I'll stop paying attention and won't do it properly. I almost wonder if I can even make it all the way through tomorrow with the wig on. It's gonna fucking hurt. Take some painkillers. Also, let me go back to the, Actually, that works pretty well for standing. Because then I can be, like, right here. God, I'm so good at streaming, I can do all these cool, different things. Aren't I clever? Praise me more! I'm joking, of course. I'm solidly in the mediocre camp, I find. Probably. It's been a prosperous setup. If I'm gonna do it, I might as well try as hard as I can. That's with anything, though. Give it your best shot. Fire away. Hit me with your best shot. Come on, do it. I don't care. I don't mind. Or I might mind a little bit, but you know, within reason. Well, the camera's a bit of a nice touch. Well, it's handy that I have the capability of doing things. And modern technology makes some of this stuff much easier. And it's not that expensive to do, truthfully. Biggest thing is I have a fucking tripod to use for my phone. And I know about some fancy video ninja shit. Okay, now that's looking a bit... I mean, it doesn't look that different. It'll just be shinier, I guess. And more like metal and not like fucking foam that I've crudely taped to my arm. Which I guess is the goal. So yeah, I mean that would be great. See, one year I'm gonna do a cosplay where I just tape everything. Just fucking duct tape, gorilla tape, all over my fucking body. And you can see the tape and it's just scuffed as fuck. People will love it, dude. Listen, I'll be the tape man. And when I come home, the screams will be heard from miles around. I'm curious which coworkers I'm going to bump into at MomoCon, because I have other coworkers who are interested, because of course they are. I work with a bunch of fucking nerds of various kinds. And we have a little game room where people play the PS5 at my work, so we got nerds. Yeah, we got nerds. Of all sorts and types, of different interests. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. That code a little bit even, because it wasn't really even. Even if we don't talk about it a lot, because we're talking about work and doing work, it is nice, because we occasionally delve into topics, and, you know, it's good to know that your coworkers are aligned in some way. Not a necessary thing by any means, but I think it's nice. Not that I need it to get along with people. I can talk to anybody about anything, so. But it helps. Not that I'm the most social fucking person, even at work. Well, especially at work, because then you're like, I'm doing work. I want to fucking go home. You know, I don't want to, like, it doesn't mean I don't spend time with people sometimes, but there are other times where it's like, oh, I'm just getting shit done. I gotta stay on target. Alright. It's beautiful! I couldn't have done better myself! Which is why I'm the one doing it. Do a little bit of painting on the spikes, just a little bit. Hoping you meet the baddie dressed as Zelda from Tears of the Kingdom again. She was totally into you. I'd be happy if I meet anybody. I mean, I'm dressed as Cloud Strife. What kind of fucking socialite do they think I am? Maybe they'll see that and take that as a cue that I'm a shy guy and come up to me instead. Aerith, I guess. Ugh. That's what I'm really looking for. Sorry, my fucking... His pants are too long on purpose. I have to adjust them. Right, is this dry? Yeah, this is dry. You have to be cool as Cloud. I am. Or you have to pretend to be cool. You don't have to be cool as Cloud. You have to pretend to be cool as Cloud. Which is what I'm doing because I'm pretending to be Cloud. So it fits. That's the thing. If you try to be Cloud, then you're already being Cloud. By trying to be Cloud, you end up being Cloud. Because that's what Cloud is. If you were actually cool, then you wouldn't be Cloud anymore. You would be like, I don't know. Is Zack cool? I'm not going to talk about Zack. You need to get to a certain part of the game, and then I can talk about Zack. And by game, I mean the original. You're not even that... I don't know how far you are, but... I mean, you're on the latter half of the game, so you're not that far from the ending, really. You made it past the bulk. Why are we listening to fucking this? On the Nintendo, Club Jams mix that they released. But, oh, Jesus, God, I would love to go to a club and they're fucking playing, this song, and you just see people just going at it on the dance floor. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? You turn the corner. At the end of the bar, you see Mario. He gives you a cheeky wink and a thumbs up. No, he gives you a peace sign. You see his brother behind the bar. You look back at the crowd. The lady who looks suspiciously like Princess Peach is just throwing it back right in the middle while this song plays. You have entered the Mario zone. You didn't realize it. I mean, Peach typically has a lot to throw back, so that fits. That fits your character? No, you don't know. No, maybe not. I know what he looks like and a bit about him. Here's the thing. There's an optional cutscene that you should definitely do. But yes, they introduced him already, but they go into more depth about him and his relationship with other characters in the party. And you don't know about those quite yet because you haven't gotten to another part. Another, what I would say is a big moment in the game. There's one more, what I would say, big moment in the game. That's the last one that you haven't gotten to. That's the one you need to get to. And at that point, I think you're kind of fine being playing through the rest of the games. There's one more big moment that I would say left. And then if you want actual extra quality, do that one extra cutscene. Which you don't have to do anything special for. You just have to go to one location you've already been to, and then it's there. It's crazy how important that cutscene is, how big of a deal it is that it is optional and easily missable. But that's whatever. I'm being vague about it, but once a certain thing happens, I'll let you know what it is, and then you can go look at it. I don't think I've ever sat on the screen long enough to hear this full song all the way like this. I mean, I know the song, of course I do, but never hear the song for this fucking long. Bum 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 bum. I guess if you're really fucking playing with Mario's face, maybe you might hear it longer, but... I think this is turning out pretty well. Is this Tomodachi? Yep, it is. Can't wait for Tomodachi, dude. What a fucking... Tomodachi is a freak game for freaks. Which is probably why I love it. Any real freaks out there? I got the game for you. You won't believe what it happens to me. They get so freaky you can't even understand. But when they go down in Tomodachi Town, you can never have a frown. Yeah, you don't want to see them going down in Tomodachi Town. Day 72. Oh, 100 line. That game seems like it's fucking 1,000 hours to 100%. 100 line defense. I can't imagine someone doing it. That just seems like, what the fuck? I feel like nobody has the fucking... No, that's not true. Someone has the chutzpah to do it, but like... But I'm guessing it's a case where they don't want you to play everything. They want you to do a certain amount of stuff and then you're good. But like, doing everything is like, so fucking untenable. Do enough to get an ending and then you're good, I guess. Listening to? What game is this? Oh, The Ice. Yes, I should have guessed it. I feel like Squidward painting a masterpiece right now. Hey, SpongeBob. I can't do Squidward. I mean, I don't want to do Squidward, but I can't do his voice either. Somebody wants to do Squidward. Somebody out there wants to fuck Squiddy. And you know what? I hope they're happy in the life they've chosen for themselves. We'll have to see. Almost done here. I just want to meet them. I just want to get a scan of their brain and just see what the fuck makes them tick, you know? That's my endeavor there. Old Squiddy fucker, the classic. That's me mixing and paint into water. My nice scissors, I'm ruining them. My perfect nice scissors are gone. Outrageous how much the FS7 port crashes. That's crazy. I mean, I don't think it ever crashed for me on the Switch. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with yours. I'm sorry, by the way, because that does fucking suck. That can easily put you off of a game. And I know that. But, like, that sucks, dude. No idea why that's happening, but that's really, really unfortunate. I feel like I might want to paint another layer on this to make it even darker, but... just wait for that to dry. I don't want to put my wig on yet, but I do like what I've done with it. I showed it off earlier, but like... where's the camera? There it is. Dun, da, 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 da. It's alright, it's not perfect. It's rough, but I spent a fucking long time just peering at Cloud, trying to figure out how to make this look good. Also, unrelated, but the wig came with like a fucking ponytail extension, I guess. I guess if I wanted to be like young Cloud, I could add this. I could probably just wear this on my own. I could probably just attach this to the back of my actual hair and just have like blonde extensions. Delete it off the SD card and install it to the system, see if that improves it. It might. I don't know. That's a problem. It's too late for you to... I mean, I guess if you wanted to switch to like Steam or something, you probably could and just download a save file, but it wouldn't be yours anymore. That would feel bad. I want to try at the end and just put everything on if I can. Where's the wig cap I have? Somewhere. In the mess that's on this table of mine. Table of mine. Tell me, where have you been? Open your eyes. That's Everclear by, or that's... yeah, or by Everclear. Sorry, that's the band name. This is why I like having a headset like this, because I can walk around and you can hear me, and I don't have to like be at the computer every fucking second of my life when I need to. Is this? It might be in the bathroom. I'll have to fucking look for it. Maybe the wig's a no-go for now. I need Switch 2 to power to run FF7, maybe. Oh, this music. God, this game has excellent music. Bum ba-dum ba-dum. Bum bum bum. Bum ba-dum ba-dum. Bum bum. By the way, this was like a shit glove that I had bought on purpose from a shit Final Fantasy cosplay. Because it does have this white section. Which is what I need. Kind of only just need that part, but it's enough that I have the whole thing and I just wear it underneath my actual glove. That is a significantly better quality because it's a real like used glove, I think military glove. I didn't have problems with 7 on Switch, but I know Switches can be inconsistent. Very strange. Unfortunately I just wasn't unlucky. You know what occurs to me? This song is an instrumental version of a song with lyrics. From a different part of the game. Because of course I fucking know that. Holy shit, talk about a game with lyrics. Is it ready to be put back on yet? Is it dry? It's almost dry. I have to like look every time to see how this is put on. The Paradise Station, jumping into the station. This is Mother 1 music, if you couldn't tell. Even Red FF9 has some crashes. Just don't buy it on Switch. I don't know, maybe it's worth it. Here's the thing, I played it on Switch, and I was fine. But like, maybe just get it on Steam. Or just get it I don't know. Alright, let's try this now with the darkness. You hear the whistle blow. Already did it was on sale. Fair enough. I mean, I have it on Steam too. I think all of us have it on Steam right now. 7 is nicer on Switch. I feel like is it not the same version as the Steam one? But also Steam has mods, and there's extensive mod support for 7. So you know. I mean, it depends. Some things work exceptionally well on Switch. You want to play The Witcher 3, apparently it has an incredibly good Switch port. And apparently they said specifically when the Switch 2 comes out, the best place to play Cyberpunk portably is on the Switch. They say it's better than Steam Deck. That was from the official Cyberpunk devs. Which is kind of crazy, but fuck it. I guess they really put their effort into the Switch port. Wait, when you see it. I mean, also everyone who played it at the demos was like, yeah, this is incredible. And that's coming from CD Projekt Red, who don't have a best track record about optimization. But it's their words. And apparently everyone says it's stunning to see Cyberpunk on the Switch. Or Switch 2, rather. Maybe I'll buy it on Switch 2, when I play it. Because I do want Cyberpunk. It's been on my wish list for a long time. Gotta have a 10 because it's fast forward. Weird that they're inconsistent. Again, Steam is always a good version though because you can get mods for it. I've got the mod for FF7 on Steam right now and I want to replay the game actually. Because it has they translated everything to be more accurate with the Japanese version and now with Remake. So it'll smooth out a lot of the really rough edges in the localization. It's fun. I knew it was fun. I knew it was very glitchy and that's how I knew it. But I also know that it was fun. And if I went together, taking the paradise line. But you didn't think that NES games could have lyrics. Yeah, it had a bad reputation, but it had a big recovery. So I guess good on the devs. It shouldn't have been so bad at the launch in the first place, but it's good that they recovered. You can still give them shit for the launch, but you can also give them credit for doing good. And especially the console ports of the game. Funny thing is the console ports were horrible. It was like PS4 port, or PS4, and it was like awful. It was really bad. Done a lot of work on it since. God damn it, yeah, I have to work on that. Ugh. This came out pretty well. This I need to just move up more. Yeah, the problem is gonna be wearing gloves all day is gonna be fucking a motherfucking hassle, but... There we go. Am I ready or what? Mostly. Yeah, this makes a huge difference though. This does. I'm happy about it. It's not perfect. It's still like a little crooked, but like it's fine. I don't know if I could even improve that if I wanted to. I don't know if I'm quite as strong as Cloud though. The wig will help. I don't have contacts or anything, so that's not going to be helpful. I'm not quite as pale as Cloud is in Remake. Even though in like in a lot of the original art, he's not even that pale. They made him paler. Just picture this. Just picture this with the cosplay. Just Photoshop my head. I don't need the push-up bar. I got my pull-up bar. Actually, just right here. But doing this in costume is gonna be fucking rancid. You get out of your cord. Oh, there goes something. Oh. Hey, the sword stayed on. Alright, and this will be better tomorrow anyways. I'll be able to put pins in so it doesn't fall. I do squats. Yeah, I know. I know, I'm aware. Alright, that's derobe now, because I gotta put this on tomorrow, not today. Maybe remove some of the paint from my fucking fingers. Some extra stuff like gluing these in, I might do that. But I don't have to do that on stream. Get some snack, I haven't eaten much. I had a really big lunch, so I skipped dinner. Because I had catering from work because of the big, long, incredibly long, tedious, long meeting with the clients. So I wasn't actually very hungry. But now I'm like a little peckish. I could have a snack. And see if these things hold up overnight. Or to get in the way. There we go. Get that cord, Jesus. That was good. We did a lot of stuff. Very, very satisfied with the work I did today. This is not music to end a stream on. Fuck it, why not? It went smoothly. This is great. I feel up and ready and Adam for the convention tomorrow, and I finally got the shit that I needed to get done. It's not perfect, but it's as good as I can reasonably do, I think. And I feel much more prepared than I was last year, where I was up to like 2 finishing shit. Most of the stuff I had is already done. We'll see how it goes at the con. I hope people like it. We'll see. But thanks for watching, everybody. It was fun. Because if it's not fun, why bother? Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Enjoy your night. Have a good week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.